There's a new feature I wanted to show you about. Shizzy just taught me. It's pretty cool.
Oh, man.
Fight! Fatality. Finish him. Scorpion.
I'm gonna buy Legos again because like this was so fun.
No one told me this was a race.
It's not a race.
No. Oh yeah. Now. Oh,
it got interesting. Being interviewed and trying to do Lego at the same time, harder than it seems.
I'm so hyped and focused on this thing.
It's hard to concentrate. Steve, what are you looking at? You are really intently looking at something.
I dropped the piece and I can't find it.
But I hadn't built Legos since I was a youngin', and I don't know exactly what I'm doing.
Having the problem with this one here.
No. We're gonna be here till 2 a.m.
Outstanding.
I'm actually enjoying a little bit of wine while we do this because it felt inappropriate to not have libations.
Look at this. It's kind of, I don't know what this was from.
I had a great freaking time. I chose a Lego set that was like, don't do the flowers, guys. Don't do the flowers.
Obviously, I'm the problem because I keep making the same bad decisions.
It's a great guest to have on too. In the beginning, he was kind of like, as we all were in the beginning, how should we act and stuff like that. Now he's such a fun guy to be around.
Like, you know when Lego had those like base plates they started doing for the castles and stuff?
Oh yeah.
Right around the 90s, and they had like, I looked up how much those sets. That thing's worth like $450 now.
Like before, when I've done content generally, it's like quite hard to kind of get everything you need quite quickly. But having somebody who understands how to like almost trawl the internet, just really lifts things up.
So I do bonsai. I collect bonsai trees, and these trees aren't it. they're wrong. These trees they have bad form.
And then he said something about like a tramp stamp or something, and the girls were like, "Hey, where is that? What's this all about? I'll show you mine if you show me yours." And I'm like, "Whoa, this is not that type of stream."
That intro is getting so long.
I love that intro.
Hi, everybody. Good chat.
Welcome,
hey, everybody. It's been a while.
Welcome, Radix. Yeah. Well, it's been a while for you. You skipped out last week. You were sick.
While for me too.
Or whatever.
No.
I wasn't
last
here
week
either.
was Mother
We didn't
Nature's
skip
fault.
out.
The week before that was my fault.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah.
So, but I had a fun stream just building with my son and
That was
hanging
a
out.
cute
And then we had some others join us, Nick Staroff and Excited Utterance, and Ilya jumped on and joined us for a bit, so that was fun. Yeah, Wendy, you were on a date or something. I don't know, you couldn't come. You were busy,
No, because it was our first date.
Oh,
And
well.
he doesn't on the first date.
Oh, he doesn't, not you.
No, I don't.
She said Wendy doesn't. She said, I heard her.
Well, we have the irreplaceable Radix Verum. Welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome aboard. I hope you're ready for this.
Oh yes, definitely.
So, I'm building kind of I'm a little nervous about this build. I forget who sent this to me, but I'm building the bonsai tree, and I'm a little nervous about it because it's only 878 pieces, which it's not the biggest that I've built, but apparently it's the most complicated.
How many pieces?
It's only 800, or it's only
Oh,
878. Well, but okay,
No.
so
It's got like one or two really complicated steps, but that it's not
so
that
the
bad of a
season finale though.
Okay.
Valhalla and I are going head to head with this set,
Oh my goodness.
and this is 2,100 pieces.
Yeah, that one's gonna be a good
Oh no.
I can't wait to build that thing and smoke you
That's
in the
gonna
competition.
take hours.
yes,
Yeah,
it will.
It will. It'll definitely take hours.
Dude,
I
think
am
the
building.
longest stream we've done was I think well, it's sort of confusing because Torin technically had the longest total.
Like 14 hours or something ridiculous.
It's like 11 and a half or something.
It was 2 different streams.
Yeah.
And then
We broke that
with,
one.
Joe Logic.
He did
Good
like
luck.
6 hours or 5.
He did like 6 hours.
No way.
Yeah.
He was sick as a dog too. He was such a trooper. Oh,
Poor Joe.
Well, he tells stories and he stops building and then tells the story that lasts a half hour, right?
That's true.
It was really cool. Yeah.
Ron Coleman figured it out. Ron Coleman figured it out pretty quick. He's like, I'm not going to be able to build this. Like, it's just not going to happen. I can't have this conversation and build this at the same time.
But we're counting on you, right? Yeah, I have a feeling that you're going to be successful though. You're going to do you're going to build a dog, right?
Yes.
So
we're going to try. I'm not making any promises. We're going to try to build one of these puppers.
So cute.
That's a new set to our stream. We haven't had that set on before.
I'm excited for
Well,
that.
there you go.
I am.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Ladies are bringing it.
That's the way we like it.
And I am building the mini Millennium Falcon.
Nice.
921.
Not me.
Sorry, David.
Wait, how many pieces?
921.
Dang,
oh
Gina.
My gosh.
That's a lot of pieces for that little thing.
Yeah, a little bit.
He'll still be done in 2 hours. You watch.
I'm going to go for this puppy here. Not the pug, but like the one that looks like a little old man. Focus there.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Nice.
He's so cute.
I love it.
He looks
But
like
it's probably going to be a disaster.
No, it won't. You're going to love it. It's going to be fun. David, what are you building?
Me, I said I'm building the bonsai tree.
Oh, I thought, why did I think that was for next week? Oh, the other one was for next week.
The other one is for next week. Yeah.
Sorry.
The big one. The big
one. I think I haven't streamed forever in my life. It's been
I know.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
I'm out of practice, y'all. How's chat
We're all
doing
a little
today?
rusty.
Right?
Oh my gosh, there's so many pieces.
Oh, I'm already messing up. What am I doing here?
I don't even know where to begin.
Are those bags numbered? Oh, probably not, because it's a 3-in-1. So you might actually have to dig through some bags.
Oh, that's hard. Oh wait, I shouldn't tell her that. That's easy.
That makes it easier. That's what you said.
And I've got I have very small desk space to work with, so we're gonna make this work, though.
There you go.
Determined. I'm probably gonna lose some of these pieces though, and
most people lose one piece and then they find it. It's usually in their chair or on the floor. Christine, we miss you too.
Hi, Christine.
Good to see everybody. Hi, Tia Nana. Hi, Arlene. Amica fan. Everyone's here this way up.
Oh, Amica fan.
Hi, Ruthann.
Hey, Amica fan. Hey, everybody in chat.
So happy to
How
see
is chat
everybody.
doing?
Yeah, tell us how you're doing, chat. We missed y'all. We really
It's
did.
been a long time. I feel like we haven't really gotten to stream like this, and it's been a couple months almost, right? At least a month.
For sure, a month.
It's been a minute.
I like David's stream with Logan, though. That was really cute.
Yeah,
that was. I dropped in and liked, but I couldn't stick around.
So Radix, tell us about your channel, exactly what you cover and what you do, because you do have a YouTube channel. I have linked it in the description. On doesn't matter who you're watching. But talk about your channel a little bit. What sort of things do you cover?
Basically whatever I'm interested in. That's the fun thing about my channel. It doesn't really have like a theme. So you'll find all kinds of stuff on there. I have videos talking about narcissism. I have videos talking about different cases I have investigated, like my journalistic work. But then I have some like really random stuff there, just talking about whatever I'm interested in at the time, basically. But there's a lot of stuff that's, if you want to know what's going on with the FBI, check out the channel.
Oh, we like that.
The FBI are liars and well, that's basically about it. They're
Predators
liars.
and
Yeah, predators, and they
hoaxers.
just
Have you ever streamed with Flux when she does her?
Do you know House of Flux?
I know Flux.
Okay.
We've been on Legal Vices together several times, but we have not done anything just the two of us yet.
Oh my gosh!
Although
Me
we've been
too.
meaning to for a long
You
time.
have to. People will love that,
The Flux is
I
great.
know.
Great girl.
right?
She is.
She's got a map to my house for if the zombie apocalypse happens. So her and Mrs. Flux are going to be on the
Not
way
so
here.
secret now, Libby, but
No, not if, when it happens.
Yes, when exactly.
You covered so I first learned of you when I was streaming the Whitmer faux kidnapper trial, and everyone was telling me I needed to check out your stuff. And you got really in depth with that case, didn't you?
Yes, that's my entire life right now is that case.
Still, you're still okay? Because I do.
Yeah,
we're
so-
doing like the documentary and stuff, right?
It's still ongoing. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes. So that's all my life is right now is working on the documentary, which is a massive project that I really didn't understand the scope of when I first said, oh yeah, I'm going to make a documentary about this. Because initially
David can relate.
Wait, I just want to say for everyone who's saying, where is that Zachariah Anderson documentary MLS that you promised us 2 years ago? Please go on, Radix.
Okay, so oh my gosh, I have no idea what I'm doing here. Like if I have the right pieces, the right colors. I'm thinking I don't. Okay, I need to be looking for the gray ones of the same kind. Okay, sorry. Say your question.
I don't know if this helps.
You were just
or the white
I like
ones.
to
The white ones.
sort mine. Did you sort your little pieces yet? Sometimes that helps.
Oh, that's a good idea. You know
Yeah.
what? Let's do that.
You were just explaining the process or what was going on with your documentary.
Yeah. How difficult it is to make a film. Well, when I first decided to make the documentary, initially I was going to cover, so I thought just the federal case. And then as it progressed, I realized that no, I have to cover the state cases as well. So then it became a much bigger project because we're going from having 6 people to talk about to now having 14 people to, cover 4 trials total, which is a lot. 2 of which were not televised because they're federal trials. So we just have transcripts for. So, nobody wants to sit there reading through hundreds of pages of transcripts. So you have to find a way to convey it in film, either by interviewing people who were there and attended the trial, or, trying to do a combination of both. So it's a lot of work. And I don't live in Michigan. I live in Virginia. So when I needed to go interview people, all of that stuff costs a lot of money. It's a lot of resources. And we are completely crowdfunding the documentary. So everything that I need, every expense I have to do, I have to fundraise myself. But that's a good thing because, I own it.
Yeah, you own it. You don't have anyone else telling you what to do with it.
But
So
the flip side of that and the bad side of that is that everything is up to however I am limited in my resources depending on what kind of finances we bring in to meet our funding goals, which we haven't met half of yet. So it's a lot of work, but it's worth it.
Do you have a link to your fundraiser that we could put out there in the chat?
If you have it handy and you put it in the private chat, I could post it.
It is just kandkfilm.com/donate, the letter K, and then just andkfilm.com/donate. That is the website to our documentary. If you just go to kandkfilm.com, that'll take you to the front page. You can watch the trailer that we just put out, the second trailer. And you can find also the donation links. And you can find other things there as well. You can find ways to write to the guys and ways to support them.
That should be done.
Thanks, Valhalla. I was just Who beat me to the punch?
I did it.
Thanks, babe. You're the best.
Donate.com probably, right? That would get the link going.
Right. Thanks, babe.
Ooh, I found my first hiccup in this. So if you guys don't know, I usually use my iPad with an app with the little building instructions. And I was trying to figure this out, and I don't have all the pieces, but they're different. They changed up the build.
Dun, dun, dun.
So now I gotta set the iPad aside and actually just build off the paper like
Old
a common
school.
peasant.
Kicking it old school. So I just did a cute fun thing today I have to brag about. So my 14-year-old goes to a small private school. So her class size is big. There's like 29 kids in there or something. It's a big class. Anyway,
I fixed it.
8th graders. So they're like basically like seniors this year of their school, Anyway, one of the girls in her class was Clara in the Nutcracker at the ballet. And I helped organize all of the little girls that wanted to go. They're not little girls. They're 14, whatever. Anyway, they're little girls to me. They're babies to me. Anyway, they surprised her and showed up for her Nutcracker performance today.
Oh, that's cool.
I didn't know it was a surprise, so I'm glad I didn't blow it. But it was when I saw her friend that was starring in the Nutcracker. When she saw her friends in the audience, it was so. You should have seen how happy her heart looked. It just made me happy.
That's
Melts
so
your little heart.
cute.
I know, isn't that sweet? Anyway, one of the moms.
That is sweet.
Yeah, the mom of the star of the show just texted me, thank you. I'm like, oh my god, of course. It was sweet. Anyway, we got done in time to go eat and hang out, so that's why I was on time instead of early today.
Nice.
We'll allow it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
So, do you have any background in film, or is this your first endeavor?
Oh no, this was my first endeavor. The only thing I've done is my YouTube channel, really, prior to this.
That's
So what drew your attention to this particular case that made you want to even, like, beyond covering it, go into a documentary?
Well, when the story first broke and news of the arrest happened, I immediately knew, based off of the Whitmer press conference, that whatever they were telling us was like bullshit. And so I knew that there was a lot more to the story. I had also been looking into the FBI at that time. I had been reporting on FBI corruption, the FBI's infiltration of a group called the Order of Nine Angles and their subsequent running of the American chapter of this satanic organization. And so we discovered that the leader of the American chapter was a longtime FBI informant since 2003, and that the FBI had been funding his publishing house to the tune of almost $200,000 over almost 20 years. And so that was very disturbing. And then, the news of the Whitmer thing happens, and I'm immediately like, oh, this reminds me of PatCon, right? So I had also been looking into Ruby Ridge, Waco, Oklahoma City, mainly Oklahoma City. And so I just knew immediately, like, that, yeah, it's the FBI up to their tricks. And then I started covering the case as it went to trial. I listened in on the public access line every day, and I was almost like transcribing the proceedings. And then I would look at the mainstream reporting of like what they claimed happened that day in court. And it was so different from like my reporting on it and what I thought were the main takeaways from the hearing. It was almost like two different things were being listened to. So that was
amazing how that happens.
Yeah. Yeah. And then it's disturbing too, because you think, okay, they tell you how many people are listening in on the public access line, and there's only like 40 people listening in. You know, there's not that many people attending in person. So it's like, this is the perspective most people are going to get from this case is one-sided. These guys were convicted in the court of public opinion by the media before any discovery had come in, before they had a chance to even go to trial. And this was on, the word of the FBI complaint. And so it goes to trial. The first trial ends in 0 convictions for the government and 2 acquittals, Daniel Harris and Brandon Caserta. So when Brandon got out, I interviewed him. And as somebody who listened in and who followed the case and actually read the court documents and looked at the discovery, there was so much I didn't know just from talking to him. I said, yeah, you know what? We need to make this a documentary because nobody's going to tell this story. And we just took it from there. So from there, he introduced me to the other guys, kind of vouched for me to get me in contact with them while they were still in prison. Because then we had the retrial of Adam and Barry. And then after that, 2 other state cases.
I covered the one state case. I didn't cover the first one. I covered the second one.
So you covered Antrim County, not the Jackson County.
Yeah, not the Jackson County.
Yeah, most people ignore Jackson County. That was so strange. But then I guess maybe because it was the last one, it seemed like a good amount of people followed Antrim County. So that's good. Did you get to see my getting yelled at by the prosecutor, Bill Ralston?
I did. We did see that. We saw that live. I don't know if it was live. But we were a little behind. But yeah.
Live adjacent.
He said, I don't know who she is. He knew exactly who I was because they had my stream taken down on day 2 or 3. They had Sinclair Broadcasting send me a legal notice from their general counsel saying they were gonna, they hit my channel with strikes and I had to dispute that and fight that.
Yeah,
it was very rude.
I spoke with them because I was streaming it a few days afterwards, but they had taken down one of the days. And I had called the station manager and said, hey, why'd you guys take this down off of YouTube? And they're like, oh, we didn't mean to. We'll put it back up. And then I grabbed it real quick before they could take it down again. I don't remember what day it was, but or why it was taken down. There was something that happened.
Didn't it hit everybody that day? Didn't I think EDB got hers taken down or something?
Oh, I didn't know wow. Yeah. That's crazy. I remember I had to go at one point. So after Sinclair hit me the first time, in order to bypass their BS, I started just verbally explaining what was happening. I was just streaming myself sitting there, watching it in a window and telling people the prosecutor's saying this, the defense just said this, and then giving my commentary on it because people wanted to hear my coverage of the trial because of my knowledge of the case. Yeah. And that's why they, had to.
Yeah, I was watching it not for the knowledge. I had no knowledge of any of the underlying facts. I was just watching it for the pure chicanery of it, the ridiculousness that it was.
Yeah, that whole situation was absolutely absurd.
I think you streamed it with me at some point. One point, I had helicopters flying over me, and I was like, "Oh no, they're gonna."
Yeah, they like to do stuff like that. Like to do silly things like that.
Ugh.
Just to let you know they're there.
Dying grasp of the control they hold on the media situation at the moment. They're fighting it tooth and nail, but it's not going to last long.
Yeah.
We are the media now, y'all. We are the media.
There's Torin. Hi, Torin.
Hey,
Torin says, my understanding of why the FBI seems to want to manufacture cases is because their job performance is evaluated on how many cases they solve. Therefore, they have perverse incentives.
I don't even know if it's that simple, but there's definitely something
that's
going on.
Part of it. Absolutely part of it. And the other part of it is these agents they monetize their skills in the private sector. So they like to have things that they can put on their resume, basically, when they're later touting their skills to whoever they're trying to scam next.
I hear they run like military style boot camps for overweight guys that like to play with guns too.
Oh yeah.
Lord have mercy.
Yikes.
Old Line Red says Sinclair also hit a bunch of channels over the Corey Richins coverage. They are total a-holes.
Yeah, they are.
And JoJo said this will be a great documentary. We agree. We're excited.
Oh, thank you.
So when do you plan on releasing it?
Well, it depends on when we meet our funding goals.
Come on, people, donate.
I've learned my lesson trying to give people estimations and whatnot because I'm always wrong. But we've done at least 20 different interviews across 8 states. There's a lot of material that we have. I don't think people understand how big the case is and how much it is to try to put that together into one film. It may be broken up into episodes. So it's like terabytes and terabytes of data.
Wow.
It is so much to go through. You almost have to have an entire team that can help you. And so we're in the process of trying to find a distributor to work with who can maybe help us, lend us some resources. And hopefully that goes the way that I want it to go. Hopefully we find somebody who's willing to help us out with the final cost of post-production, who is willing to pick it up and distribute it, but also is willing to meet my expectations of having full editorial control, retaining ownership of the film, and being able to license it out to other platforms as I see fit.
Awesome.
Which is a big ask, but I think that we can do it. I'm very proud of the documentary. I'm proud of the work that we've done. The small team of 3 people, so imagine that.
That's very cool.
It sounds like a Crowder or a Daily Wire type situation, huh?
Ooh,
It would be great if one of those outlets was willing to license it. Yeah, that'd be great, because I think that's kind of right up their alley of like what their audience is interested in. I think that a lot of people are concerned about weaponization. How do you know what color you're supposed to be working with? What does this mean? It is
which one?
Like,
hey, pull her up full
it
screen.
doesn't show a color on it. It's just showing you like
that's
gray.
white.
It's a gray flat piece and a white.
It's gray.
I think it's both white. I just saw it for a second though.
Oh, okay. Maybe you're right.
I think it's gray and white, a light gray.
Gray and white, right?
This color.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And then white.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I know what I'm working with.
Have you been following the Electoral College out of Michigan, those charges at all?
What charges? I'm sorry.
The Electoral College candidates out of Michigan that have been charged criminally for falsifying the votes for Trump from 2020. There's
the false electors.
Yeah, the false electors. Yeah. Have you been following that at all? It's on day like 72 of the preliminary examination.
Yeah, right. How is this thing still going?
It's the preliminary examination is going like twice a week, like twice a month. You know, they'll do like 2 a week, and then they'll take a break, and then they'll come back. And it's like day 57. I've been watching it live. I haven't been covering it because as an attorney in Michigan, I have to have permission from the court to stream it, and I haven't filed my notice of media coverage yet.
Wow.
But at first,
That's
I thought
crazy.
when I first came across it, they were like on day 12, and I was like, all right, well, let me capture all these, and then I'll file my notice and I'll stream them. It's still going. It's been like 18 months. It's still going, just the preliminary examination.
That's crazy.
If you got to work that hard to prove just preponderance of the evidence that a crime was committed, I think you're gonna struggle a bit at trial.
Maybe you shouldn't have filed it to begin with.
Yeah.
Wait a second. I am going to be very upset at my daughter if she took some of these out of here. I think I'm missing some pieces because I'm looking at my gray long pieces, and they're like not the right length. They're this size, and it looks like it's supposed to be this size. See the difference?
Yeah. Well,
So maybe
can you
it's the
count?
white
You
one I'm
count.
supposed
You
to
count
use.
the little dots on top. That's what I do.
I did.
Yeah.
And I only have 3 left when I build this thing on the gray one. Instead of 5.
Maybe it is supposed to be the white.
I'm gonna try it on the white. See what happens.
Old Line Red David wants to know, do they have bond?
Yeah, they're out on bond. They're all like
Oh, the
elderly
false
senior
electors?
citizens. Yeah, the false
Yeah,
electors. Yeah, they're all out on bond.
there's one guy that's like 80, right?
Yeah. And they're all like living through the retirement. They don't even show up sometimes through the preliminary examination. Like not all the defendants are there. They're just holding it and it keeps going.
Poor old people. I saw a really cool thing this morning on YouTube. I forgot what I saw it on, but there's gonna kill me. I forgot which university it was. I don't know if they ran out of student housing and if the elderly home, the nursing home next to them was empty, but they're all like graduate students, like nursing students and stuff. They're not like undergrads, but they filled up the nursing home with some college students, and it's really cute. Like they're all hanging out together. Speaking of old people, I thought that was really cool.
That seems strange.
Well, it does, but check it out. The students have really cool rooms because like in a dorm, it's a room and there's not usually a bathroom. Well, they each have their own rooms because they're like little apartments, like,
right.
And they get free meal. They get to eat they eat whatever the elderly people eat every day.
And syphilis is spread even further.
Okay, now what am I
doing? Beer bongs of oatmeal in the morning. Wait for class.
Oh my God, old people love pot. That's such a cool thing.
Do they now? Wendy, tell us more about that.
Tell us more about how you know all old people love pot.
Because a lot of them have cataracts, a lot of them have appetite issues, and pot is really helping them out.
You know what? I don't see any flaw in her logic. To be honest.
Right? I mean, and what's going to happen? They're going to become drug addicts at 80. Oh, well, you know what I mean? Like, who cares?
That would be quite the way to go out, wouldn't it?
Heck yeah, man. Look, if I know I'm going to go out, I'm going to do all the things I never got to do or never tried because I was a mom or it was illegal or whatever. I'm going to do all the things. Just line me up.
Old people don't care at some point.
Well, right? Why should we? Why should they?
Right?
Yeah, right.
Where's the one with the hole? Here we go.
That's right, Maria.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, no.
I've made progress. I did this.
Nice.
Oh, good job. Yay.
Nice.
She got her first pieces together.
Whee! Yeah.
Right?
It took 20 minutes.
Hey, it's all uphill now. I mean, downhill. You know what I mean? That was not a good thing to say.
I think uphill is supposed to be. I think it's. I don't know. Actually,
how does this
uphill's
go?
hard,
Oh my God,
downhill's
it's hard to
bad.
read off of this paper. How do you guys read off a paper all the
Used to
time?
the iPad now, David.
I am so used to the iPad. Okay, wait.
I have been lied to by this paper.
That's what I'm supposed to do.
Yes, and a
Being
safe
lied
area
to by
is
this paper, I
peace.
think.
I like your name.
Where is the piece? Oh no, okay. I found this one.
There's like a glare or something. How does this
And
go?
then I need this
God,
puppy.
it's pain
The
in the
paper's
hand.
the paper's a little bit hard to read off of. I usually got to turn on my bright
come
light, shine
on.
directly down on the paper.
Yeah, I use my ring light to read my.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
I have this light, but
See,
it's,
you guys
it's
are
hard to
smart.
Well, yeah, but why?
They actually really are.
Nobody's arguing that.
Instructions. Reading the instructions.
Oh yes.
Okay. I've done
It
another
helps.
piece.
It
Woo!
She's just been building off the picture the whole time. I love
it. Like it's an IKEA manual.
There you go.
Yes, exactly. You're going one by one.
So Radix, I have a question for you. If it were possible to record your dreams on video, would you watch them?
Well, I don't know that I dream, so yeah, I would love to know what I'm actually dreaming about.
Know what you dreamed about or dreamt about.
The only time I remember my dreams are when there's something really weird. Like one time I had a dream that I was like walking and there was like this big house and there were like people out in the street and I saw my best friend there and we were talking, and then all of a sudden a Native American came up to us and like gave us an axe and we were like, what is going on? It was just really weird.
Oh, I want to know what that dream means. I want a dream analysis of that.
Dreaming.
Hanging out with Native
Americans.
Americans.
Need it. And we're like, okay, we're gonna need this.
And the next day she heard about that FBI charging for the Whitmer kidnapping.
Right.
I ended up waking up before I could figure out why we needed the battle axe.
Well, listen, if a Native American hands me an axe and tells me I'm going to need this, I'm going to take the axe.
100%.
Like, I believe you.
Right?
100%.
Exactly. Like you don't question it. You just say,
No.
okay.
You take it and you keep your eyes open. That's what you do.
That's right. Livy says, I think you'd need a special license to film my dreams.
That's horrible.
We could just put NR on it or whatever that rating is. Or
So what's your background, Radix? How did you get into YouTube? How did you decide to do all this?
Well, I just kind of wanted to talk about things I wanted to talk about.
And you
so
chose
there you
YouTube
go.
because it was the easiest?
Yeah. Well, yes, kind of. I kind of got coaxed into doing it. But then I decided I liked it.
Okay.
I'm actually like a very shy person, so I'm not the kind of person that just like puts myself out there on the internet. My husband had to like make me do it.
Yeah, I like that.
That's actually kind of how I started streaming too. The missus,
Really? Oh, that's cute.
We were at the store one day and the missus was like, I'm buying you a computer because I'm tired of you bitching to me about all the political and court stuff that's going on. So you can just stream it.
Seriously? I like it.
So who is the most interesting person you have ever met, Radix, doing this?
Oh, that's a tough one. Most interesting person?
Yes.
Don't make her
Oh,
alienate.
it's so
all of
hard to say. Yeah, because I love so many people. There's so many interesting people I've met. But the most interesting, I would say, is Barry.
Barry?
Barry Croft, yeah.
How many times have you met him?
I've only met him, well, through the video chat as we did our interviews while he was in Newaygo County. And then they moved him to Supermax. But Barry's a very interesting person.
How many years did he get?
19 and a half.
Wow.
19 and a half years. And at his sentencing, they were quoting from our interviews. Like they were reading quotes and then using that to say, the prosecutor, Nils Kessler, was saying, oh, he was talking to the media just last night. He hasn't accepted a responsibility. Like he's still maintaining his innocence. And he goes, and just last night he said this. And he brought a quote up, but it was totally out of the context of what Barry was trying to say. So like the night before his sentencing, I was interviewing him and I said, for the documentary, but I said, if there's any message you want to get out, I'll put it out tonight. Your sentencing's tomorrow. How do you feel about that? Basically, I wanted him to be able to speak before his sentencing about what he just experienced as an American citizen that was targeted by the federal government. And he made a comment about how, the politicians represent themselves as being for the people, and they call America like the land of the free, the home of the brave. And he's saying it's really not anymore. And then he was saying that when these people represent themselves in this way, it really is kind of like stolen valor because they're standing on the backs of like our ancestors who fought for this country and for liberty, and they've turned it into a joke. So he was likening their behavior to a form of stolen valor. But they took that and said that he was lashing out at veterans And like, just
wow, way to turn it.
Like, what? That's not at all what he was saying. He wasn't smearing veterans. He even said, and this isn't to, anything against our service members who, thought that they were doing the right thing, but he did say, that they send these people to these foreign countries to basically steal resources on behalf of empire. And they tell them they're going into these countries under false pretenses, etc. So he was giving kind of like a complex philosophical statement. And Nils Kessler is a real scumbag, though. So I didn't really expect anything different from him.
So as a veteran,
one of those veterans that went over there and got tricked, I took no offense to that at all. And
right. Like my cousin,
on, actually.
Yeah, my cousin was a Marine. My cousin died in Lebanon. I don't take issue with what he said either, and I understand perfectly well what he was saying. And I think that Nils did as well. He's just a dishonest individual. He also said at Barry's sentencing that when Barry talked about wanting to restore the constitutional republic, that was no different than ISIS saying they wanted to restore the caliphate. And then he said, he talks about, these stories about the founding fathers, which were myths. And I'm like, what is he saying? Is he saying the founding fathers are a myth? What? And he's representing the federal government. And then they're saying Barry having "We the People" tattooed on his arm is a terrorist sign, as they're standing in the courtroom with the same "We the People" above the judge. It's like a clown show.
Well, when they started
is ridiculous.
When they started bringing up memes that are actual quotes from the great Thomas Jefferson, who is over here behind me, hanging up right there we go, the great Thomas Jefferson right there. When his quotes are being used as this is a sign of terrorist activity or terrorist mindset, that is like a clown show, like you just said. It is a clown show. I mean, these are the very people that founded the government in which you're standing in representing, saying that
falsely,
falsely,
representing,
well,
misrepresenting.
There, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
It is disturbing. And it's upsetting. And that's the problem, is that people don't understand how corrupt the entire system is now, and they believe that there's still checks and balances. And my experience is that that's not necessarily the case. Legal communities are small. Most judges were themselves prosecutors at one point, and they always seem to defer to the prosecutors, to the federal government. They give them the benefit of the doubt. They are deferential and preferential to them, even though the opposing party is the party that has less power. The government has unlimited resources. And so really deference should be given to the side with less resources, and the benefit of the doubt should be given to the citizen, because you're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. But now, of course, post 9/11, we have secret courts and secret proceedings, so there's nothing American really about any of this stuff.
Blasphemy you're spewing.
Get them, Radix.
How dare you assume that someone's innocent until the state proves their guilt?
What a novel concept that was written down 250 years ago.
It's a dead document. It needs to be changed.
Owls stab people.
I can't. Yeah. I can't believe they say stuff like this. There's a specific piece I'm supposed to have that is gray and black. Is that right? What the?
Probably not.
Gray and black?
That's probably dark gray.
Flip. Or maybe it's flipped. Let's see.
Ooh, focus.
There you go. It's focused.
You can see it.
No, that's an open top, I think.
Wait, no, this one here. It's like a gray piece with, it looks like it has black dots on it.
No, that's just, no, it means that there's a hole on the top. Like this piece has a hole on the top.
Yeah, like this
That's
thing.
what it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I was going to say. I don't see anything like this.
So now you can build Legos with your daughter.
Yeah, right.
How old is your daughter?
But she's 11.
Oh, perfect. That's a great
She's gonna be
Lego.
12 soon. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But she's, you know, at the age now where she's kind of like a little too cool for me. She wants to play with her friends and
Yeah, they'll come back around. It's like sending them to the other side of the moon, you know.
And she's like, she goes through different phases like every kid does. You know, sometimes she wants to do more girly things, and then sometimes she wants to spend time with mom and play Pokemon Uno.
Pokemon Uno?
Yeah.
That's cute. I saw cool. So there's this cruise ship that is for people to buy cabins on. Like it's not like a normal multi-thousand people cruise ship. I think only a couple hundred people.
Timeshare on a cruise ship.
Yeah. No, but yes, exactly. No, it's so cool. The concept is cool. It's not going well, by the way. Execution isn't going well. It's called Villa V Villa, and then VIE, and then the ship is called the Odyssey. But it's a 30-year-old ship. It's a lot of anyway. The cool thing is there's one, so far I've only seen one family on board. They're usually like people my age and older, obviously, because who can when you have a family who could sail around the world. It's like the ship never stops. It's like a
I have seen that. I heard about it.
It's so cool. The concept is amazing. Anyway, there's a couple that has their twin girls on board, and the girls are like 14, and one of the girls is hearing impaired, and they made a video of her teaching us, like the viewers, on how to sign using Uno cards. And I was like,
that's so cool.
That's so cool. Nice. Oh yeah, and it made me want to learn. I always want to learn anyway, but like it was actually interesting.
I wish I remembered signing. I learned some of it when my daughter was first born. You know, we had her before she could talk signing. We would have her watch these baby signing time videos, which she loved. So we could do basic communication, which is really cool.
Yeah. More food.
Yeah. Exactly. I love that stuff, by the way. Those were really good videos. I have to give that lady a shout out because they were super wholesome.
That's really cool.
I wish I remembered my Mandarin from when I was in school. I feel like it would come
brush up on
it. It's gotta be hard.
Yeah.
That'll work out well for you, David.
Yeah, right.
Mandarin. Yeah. Jesus.
Okay.
I told my kids, I said, if you guys are going to learn the language, learn Mandarin.
That would be the way to go.
Yeah, I said because they will be our overlords soon enough.
This Way Up asked if that was the tax dog cruise. No, but they are doing. They're getting not. I guess they were docked in Belfast for like 3 months, and I've been to Ireland before, but honey, I'm not staying more than a week, let alone 3 months. I would have killed myself in that horrible weather.
No way.
Oh
for
my
3
God.
months they were there?
They were stuck for 3 months. The ship was, and so they either would pay like $200 a day or something for you to stay on land somewhere, like give you like a stipend or whatever, or you could just go home. Well, a lot of people sold their houses to get their place
Didn't
on
have
the
anywhere
ship.
to go.
Yeah, the boat's supposed to be their house.
Exactly. Oh, go ahead.
Progress.
Nice. Oh,
nice.
I love it.
Yeah, we'll get this done.
There was a ship that they were selling like a 3-year cruise or something.
I saw that
and
one too.
They had to refund a bunch of money because they couldn't find a ship to sail.
You know what? Maybe that was the one that I saw because that sounds more familiar.
Yeah.
They were selling all these tickets for like a 3-year cruise. All these people sold their house in preparation for this cruise,
Can't imagine.
and then they couldn't find the company couldn't find a ship to make it happen, so they just had to refund money. Everybody, sold their house, put all their crap in storage, whatever the case was.
Oh, a lot of people sold all their things.
Yeah,
Well,
screwed over a whole lot of people.
If you're going to live on a cruise ship, why are you keeping things?
Right.
Exactly.
That would
Good
suck.
question.
This is why you just
I
don't
could
put
never live
yourself
on a
in
cruise ship.
position where you have to rely on everyone else or anyone
Whenever
else.
I see things like this, I think about David, and I think, well, he and his wife are gonna probably take them a year to sail where they want to sail.
Well, but we're going to be on our own boat.
Right.
That's different than a
Right.
cruise ship.
But I mean, you're going to be all alone with each other. All those months and months and months.
Look at that. Ooh. It's not done yet.
Oh my
What's going on?
gosh, that's so unfair. How did you get that much done?
It's not done yet. I still got another bag.
That's actually really beautiful. I wasn't here
wasn't-
for Andrea's stream, so I missed the bonsai.
Oh yeah.
Bonsai. She said it.
Bonsai?
Oh, Toy.
Well, she said it's completely incorrect too.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Toy.
Oh. Thank you for the super.
Hey, Toy. Appreciate you.
How are you
Happy
doing,
birthday.
babe? Happy birthday. It's every day's Valhalla's birthday, by the way, Radix, in case you didn't know.
Oh,
Yeah, every day.
Well, happy birthday.
Appreciate
He's
it.
lucky like that.
Oh wait, I got 2 more bags. Oh, I got a ways to go yet.
Hi, Clips Films, Melbourne. I wish Lego made new hairpiece for episode 3 Anakin 2008 Clone Wars hairpiece is outdated and inaccurate to the film. Right?
Well, they have a ton of if you do the aftermarket stuff, it's not technically Lego. There is a correct one out there.
Oh.
You know what? I'm just realizing I have a whole bag of frogs. It's a whole bag of pink frogs.
Yeah.
Oh, to put on the leaves?
Yeah.
Well,
It's
you
all
can
frogs.
pick either green or purple or pink on that one.
I'm going with pink because why?
Well, you
Would
already did the
put on
green. So you got to take the green off.
Oh. Okay. Well, I'll do that.
Yeah, that's the other thing about that is you don't use all the pieces. Like one whole bag is the mulch that goes in the flower pot, and then
Yeah.
you have 2 sets of leaves. You have the green leaves and the pink leaves, but you can only do one.
Oh, okay. Well,
Ninjago
I'm gonna do the colors. the
Movie
white.
Lloyd hair is close shave for episode 3 Anakin, and it was recolored in brown black in 2020.
Interesting.
Is that how that goes? Yeah, that's how that goes. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to build 2 sets of leaves because I want the bloom. That's what you come.
Oh yeah,
for.
that would be pretty. Hi, Swifty Sue. Does Lego still sell the Lego Mindstorms sets with the computer brick?
I don't believe that is a set that they still run, but I could be wrong.
So, you can get a lot of older sets though on Amazon or other places. Like the set that I just bought to battle head to head with Valhalla. That set is essentially, I think it's discontinued, but we were able to get it.
Well, this was just getting discontinued. We got like the last of this run.
Mine came from like a private seller. I could tell.
Oh, I got mine off of Amazon, and Amazon told me it was the last one, and I believe Amazon. So,
well, it was the last one, and I did get mine off of Amazon. No, mine was the second to last one because then I sent you the link, and you bought the last one.
Yeah,
but it came. I don't know. It looked like it came from a private seller. It didn't come from Lego.
Ooh, Torrin says he's still tempted to get the plans for the fan build of the
23,000
original
pieces.
Battlestar Galactica, except he has no place to keep the 56-pound, 23,000 piece build. Woo wee.
That's cool.
That's
Funny.
a big build.
Knowing Torrin, it'll even be micro. So each piece will be like this.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, he does the micro sets. Oh my.
Oh,
he's also
that's
obviously the
crazy.
most patient person to ever be alive. If you knew what his hobby was, it's very intricate. It's a Japanese braiding. What's it called? You guys? Oh, it's really cool.
I can't remember what it's called. I can never remember what it's
Torrin
called.
will put it in the chat.
I'm close.
Yakimo. It sounds like it sounds like a adult film style. But, all right, so
Here it is.
Here's the
Kimi.
There's the blue.
Kimihimo. I was close. Kimihimo.
Oh, I like that one, David. That's pretty. Kimihimo.
Hey, let's go. What's up, buddy?
Thanks, Torrin.
What are we building?
Hi, Brandon.
I am building the Millennium Falcon.
Woo, woo.
That's cool.
It's very cool.
I like that a lot.
Oh, my son's going to be very jealous of that one.
I'm building the bonsai tree. Bonsai? Is that how you say that?
I wish I knew the correct way.
Bonsai.
I'm not gonna guess anymore.
Radix, what are you building? Can you show your box to the audience, please?
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Not that kind of stream, Wendy.
It is now.
We're gonna do
Puppies.
this puppy here.
So cute.
Puppies.
Puppies.
I love it.
Yeah,
So cute.
puppy.
Thank you.
And he looks like an old man puppy. He's a little old man.
So cute. Friends, it's gonna be a long night. Well, David's already almost done.
I am not.
How dare
I have
you?
all these balloons I got to do.
David's the worst.
It take forever.
Hi, Sobe. Sobe _Liz Blizz 21 Slytherin fan.
Hey.
Slytherin fan. Nice. I got all of my Harry Potter set. Actually, I don't have all of my Harry Potter set. The one I built last week with my son is still in the house. I haven't brought it out yet.
Hey, Justin says Bon, like bonbon. That looks like Z. Bonsai. Now I'm so confused. Bonsai?
Bonsai. That's
Oh,
bonsai.
bonsai. Thank you.
Bonsai.
Bonsai.
I built the tower, one of the towers. I can't remember what it's called. Last week. No, I wish. That's an awesome one. No, I didn't build that one. Not yet, anyways. Ooh, I forgot a frog on this one. So many frogs.
The frogs are so cute.
Now I only see frogs though when I'm building it. I don't see like flowers or anything. It just looks like frogs. From a distance,
this
it'll.
is hard.
Okay, like I with a Z. Okay, bonsai.
Did you find all the pieces, Radix?
I'm trying to. Some of these pieces are like this size.
Oh
Look
yeah.
at it. It's that
Little
tiny.
bitty. Little
How
bitty.
rude.
David built a princess castle last week, says Tia and Anna.
I did build the princess castle. Yes, it was beautiful. It was
Logan
styled in Hogwarts, but it was definitely a princess castle.
Was that the one you did with Logan?
Yeah.
Did he finish his, or did you finish his? I should say.
Nope. It is still sitting there unfinished.
He didn't finish his?
No, and it's been 2 streams now, and he hasn't finished it.
This kid. What are we gonna do with this kid?
I don't know. I tried to get him into Lego. It's like when you're like for the fathers that are super sports fans and they got a kid that's just not good at sports. You know, that's what I got for a kid.
That pain.
Yeah, I'm like, oh,
poor David.
fine. Come on, man. You're my son.
Damn
You
kid
need to be able to
doesn't even
build
know-
Lego.
Right?
Doesn't even know trigonometry. Ugh.
No, he's good. He'll finish it at some point.
You better.
Let's see.
I'm coming for him.
Oh, so
Right.
Old Line Red says, so years ago I did some quiz that tells what your Hogwarts house is, and I came out as Slytherin. I'm convinced
Oh.
it's
For
I'm a
sake,
lawyer.
it's making me do 2 of these. Now it tells me I have to make 2 of these. It just says times 2.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
have
when
to
you get- when you-
rebuild this thing. Ah,
When you get done, then it was like, oh yeah, by the way,
thought I
do
was
that
done.
again. Go back and do it again.
This is so rude.
Lego is rude sometimes.
It truly is. Now I have to find these pieces all over again.
My
I wish,
ecology
is there a way I can like incorporate
It's actually
the 2 of them?
bonsai. That's sort of how I thought I was.
What I did, David, is I took the green ones off. I put the pink ones on, and then I stuck the green ones in the stand so it looks like shrubbery around the pot.
Oh, okay, I could do that.
That would be cute.
Yeah, it's pretty cool looking.
That will work.
Oh God.
Hi, kitty. The cat's never. We got a cat, and she's never been in my office, and she's like, "What's all this stuff all over the floor?"
This is a new kind of area.
Yeah.
I saw one of the greatest bumper stickers of all time the other day.
What?
It said, "Tell your cat I said psst, psst." Oh, it was hilarious.
That's awesome.
Me and Mrs. Valhalla were both dying laughing.
That's funny. I ran over a leaf pile today when I was dropping off all the girls at their homes, and I jokingly forgetting I'm not used to having other people with us. It's just usually my kid and I, so my dark sense of humor is fine. And I said out loud, I say a lot of things out loud that shouldn't come out. I know. And I was like, "Oh,
That's why
sorry,
we love
dog." Like joking, like I was like, "Sorry, puppy," and the girls were all. I was like, "That was Most parents never let their kids hang out with me again.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I thought it was funny. Oh my god! And it really did feel like it was like a bump, like a.
Okay, so this is getting a little technical now. It's getting tedious.
Right?
How does this go?
Let it go. Let it go.
There's too many frogs.
Oh, you little.
So many frogs.
Well, you don't have to put them all on, do you?
Well, if I don't, Valhalla will yell at me.
Oh,
Be like, you cheated.
The instructions
Okay,
right.
these must be.
Oh, it's not like an optional
I
thing.
dropped a piece.
Yeah.
You dropped a piece?
Oh no!
Everyone drops a piece.
I
Radix.
did.
Everyone does it, babe.
So rude.
What happens?
I think these are his feet. I think I just made his feet.
Nice.
All right.
These are feet.
So I built this and I built this, and now it tells me go back and do it 2 more times.
Kitty, kitty. Look, say hi. Hi.
Hi.
Isn't she cute?
She is.
Okay, bye.
Is that a new cat?
Aw.
Yeah. I'm not an animal person. Got it for the kid, and now I like the damn cat. Oh,
So
it always happens.
So Radix,
Everyone
what's
likes
the
her.
worst thing that the kids have brought home to you?
Brought home?
Yeah.
Like what? What kind of examples?
Well, like, okay, so the other day, my daughter, well, let me step back. Last year, September, when I was in
Brought her
Sweden,
boyfriend from college. That son of a bitch still won't leave.
I came home to a new cat in the house, and the cat now lives with us, but the cat actually is killing some mice, so that's pretty good. So then last week, my daughter brought home a puppy. It's a German Shepherd. German Shepherd Husky mix, and I'm like,
oh god, that's the most high maintenance animals.
We can't keep this animal.
No, huskies are so dramatic.
Yes,
so
and it barks constantly, and it's not potty trained. And anyways, so yeah. So my question is what's like the worst thing that your kids have brought home?
I can't really think of anything except bugs.
Bugs?
Bugs are bugs.
Could
I
feed them
remember
to
one
the
time
dog
me and my
and the
brother
turtle.
filled up an entire aquarium, it was probably only like a 29 gallon or something, but filled it this entire aquarium with frogs. Mom wouldn't let us bring it in the house.
Aw.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
And he was 18.
That was last year.
I was home on leave for the army. It was a lot of fun.
Oh gosh. Am I supposed to do this again? Wait a second.
When I was
So
a
are
kid, we
you-
used to have frogs in our yard, but we don't have any in our town anymore. I don't know what happened to them.
So Rex, you said you live in Virginia, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you like DC, Virginia, or the good part of Virginia?
I'm in Northern Virginia.
No, okay, that's
It's not that bad though. It's a nice area. I'm not gonna dox
Arlington
myself
once.
too much.
I love
But,
Arlington.
I'm missing.
It's a nice area for families at least. It's like a safe area.
I found
for
it very
now.
expensive though. I thought it was very expensive to live there.
It is. Oh my
Wendy,
gosh.
when are you moving to
Just
Ohio?
lost that piece.
Well,
Holy
we're leaving
cow.
for Ohio tomorrow morning at 8. Our flight leaves at 8 in the morning. So this will be my first trip out there. So we'll see how I like it.
Ohio.
Ooh.
Yeah, the kids got stationed there now. They moved again.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So we're done with Florida, which this time of year I would have really liked to go to Florida because
No kidding.
especially where they lived in the Panhandle, it just felt like, yeah, I mean, it would rain often, but it was never cold. It was always hot.
Oh,
And the
no,
beach.
I may be missing a piece.
Go see Sean. I know I need to call Farrell. And I not on this trip, but on my next trip I go, I'll get to hang out with Farrell and maybe T-Rex, I think, is there sometime, or he might actually live there. And David said he'll come visit me too. We can meet.
Oh, I did.
Yeah. But this week's gonna be weird. This week will be busy. Hi, Gato. We haven't named the cat yet, so I just call her Gato.
So how many times have you been to Michigan, Radix?
Oh, never mind.
Oh, I don't even know. At this point, many times.
Yeah.
I've been up and down Michigan.
It's a beautiful state, except for the government.
It is a beautiful state. That's true. Hopefully, the government gets fixed. I mean, I know Bill Null is going to be running for governor in 2026. So anybody that's living in Michigan should make sure they vote for him.
Yeah, we also have the current mayor of Detroit who's going to run, and he's an old school Democrat, meaning he's actually done some really good stuff for Detroit. I think because of the good things that he's done for the city, I think he actually has a good chance. So we might have one of those historical things where the parties don't change hands. Normally they flip flop. Right, but we might have one of those situations where they don't this year or in 2026. But it's still it's all a racket. It's all
definitely.
It's all corruption. It's all a racket. It's all a game they play. I've been involved with some legislation in the past here in Michigan, or at least trying to get some through, and it's just it's all scummy, scuzzy dealings. It's
corrupt.
It's all corrupt. It's all bullshit. Everyone's lying to you. It's horrible.
Lying to themselves also.
I don't know if there's so much lying to themselves. I think they know what they're doing is wrong. They just don't care.
Well, the system's gotten to a point where it self-feeds, right? Like the corruption is just there, and you either have to deal with the corruption and go along with the ride, or it's just nothing gets done.
Yeah, I mean, it really is.
I think we're seeing that change a little bit now. I think that with social media and the ease of information flow, I think that more people are starting to realize how messed up the whole situation is, and hopefully we're taking steps to correct that ship, right that ship rather.
Have any of you guys watched Veep?
No way. Not a chance.
I watched it, and my wife and I are rewatching. I've watched it like a dozen times.
Really?
All the way
David,
through.
which show did you say? Veep?
Veep. And Juliette Louis-Dreyfus. It is absolutely a documentary. It is how politics
that's so
work.
funny.
If you watch it, and you know what they say about, like, I watched My Cousin Vinny, and I say it's very accurate legal show or movie. It's very accurate, and even to some extent Legally Blonde is. But when you look at shows like Suits or movies like The Lincoln Lawyer, they're all fake. It's all just drummed up for drama. The same thing supposedly is about they say about Scrubs. Like, Scrubs is supposed to be a medically very authentic TV show, as opposed to like ER or those dramas. So when you look at a comedy like Veep, you're like, this is probably more accurate to reality than, The West Wing or some other bullshit drama.
Oh God, The West Wing is such utter nonsense.
Well, I've never watched that show. I never watched it ever.
It's a good show, but like, it does not accurately represent politicians, where they're all the good guys and like they've got good intentions, and what's his name is Martin Sheen or whatever.
Martin Sheen.
Yeah. Just like the nice dad figure. Like,
there's
real.
There's this one scene in Veep where she's walking and talking with their staff, and they're bitching about the election and how their polls are doing, she's trying to raise money, I think, for her presidential library, and she's bitching about people that aren't giving her enough money and where they're going to put it and things like that. And then all of a sudden they walk through. They're walking through a tunnel, and they come out the other side. She's wearing a yellow T-shirt, and she's like, "Hi, everybody! Welcome to like Clean Up America." And she grabs a paintbrush and she paints over some graffiti. And she's like, "Oh, isn't this fabulous? I love this shirt." And then she continuously walks and then walks around the corner. She's like, "Get this fucking shirt off of me! All right, what are we doing about my library?" And I'm like, "That's exactly how it is. I know that's exactly how it is."
100%.
That is exactly how it is. I agree. Oh no, am I missing I am missing the piece. Oh no.
You named two of the cats from West Wing, Leo and Abby.
Cute.
My
that's
cat,
awesome.
my one cat, the one that appeared when I was in Sweden is named PP, and the one that I actually got, or my wife got, actually, we named it DOG.
Dog.
Yeah, we named it Dog. Cat's names.
I like Gato better.
House of Cards. House of Cards.
Well,
I
that's the
don't
one
know.
with Kevin Spacey, right? I never have watched it, so I haven't. Seen
It was okay. I don't know how accurate it is. I can't remember much of it.
If I'm watching network TV or something on like Bravo or TLC, I don't want real. I want fake real.
No, I want a comedy because
I need to
they
laugh.
entertain me, and I feel like it's more accurate.
I have too much of real life. I don't need it on my TV.
How's it going there, Radix?
Oh boy. I'm definitely missing a piece here. This is like not gonna work. I don't think. Well, wait. Maybe I can pull it together using something different. What the hell? I'm having to use different colors.
Like I've got these
That's
down
good.
now. I have to make a couple of more, and I'm just like turning them out now. I
Wait
know
a sec.
exactly how these
The
go
mold
together.
Gato. Gato's not dumb or old. Gato's young and cute and smart. Thanks, Justin. Hurt my feelings.
This is the girl that didn't like cats 2 weeks ago.
I have more pictures of the cat than my kid right now on my phone. She's like, and that's my cat, not yours. And I'm like, Miss, I'm the one home all day with the cat.
Also, all right.
Not my fault she likes me.
I've seen all the posts on Facebook, Wendy.
Cat kind of likes me. I'm just saying. Although she does kind of irritate me when she gets on my counters. I don't know how to
Lay some foil out on the counters, like just lay it out flat, and when they jump on it, they'll freak out, and then they'll jump off. And if you do that for a little while, they'll learn not to jump up there.
Oh, that's a good idea. Okay.
Otherwise, get a squirt bottle.
Well, that's how I'm old school. Like I was thinking squirt bottle, but then when I researched it, apparently you're not supposed to do that.
Oh, I do it all the time. I have a squirt gun. I have an electric squirt gun that shoots like 30 feet, so I can hit them from across the room. No, those cats, because they chew on everything. They chew on our plants, and I'm just like,
yeah, I thought that was like what dogs did. Cats are weird. They chew on everything. She ruined my daughter's shoelaces on her running shoes, so she wore my running shoes to school, which now I can never wear them because now they're contaminated from teenager feet.
yeah, that's gross.
I was like, I can't wear those ever again. And she wore them to pee.
Isn't that gross?
wait.
I don't see a problem. I don't see a problem.
Val told me to pee on the animals.
Let's give it a go.
Oh, okay, I'll try it.
Yeah.
It has it's effective. It's effective.
All right.
Yeah.
Can I put it in a squirt bottle, or do I have to? I don't have an aiming utensil, Brandon.
Be better.
Well,
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, be better. So I saw your stream, Radix, the other day. Fairly religious. Are you? And do you have a lot of religious streams? It was about Pope, right? I believe.
About what?
You had a stream, or not a stream, a
Pope?
video you posted the other day. Was it about a Pope or one of the disciples?
Oh, I did a video on Saint Justin the Martyr.
Yes, there it is. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah,
it was
just
actually
like
really
to do
good. I
stuff
liked
like
it.
that. Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. I kind of wanted to play around with editing because I hadn't been able to edit on this computer for the longest time. I had an issue with like Resolve. It wasn't working. And I, of course, wanted to fix it myself because that's how I am. So for months, I wasn't able to edit. And then, of course, the husband comes and looks at it and fixes it like immediately. Then I was able to edit again. He's like, "Oh, you should have just let me look at this." Like, no, I was gonna figure it out any day. You know.
When I'm not streaming, I have another account that I just watch stuff on, and most of that is historical. And it popped up in my feed on that private account that I wasn't even following you on. because it was
That's so weird.
Yeah, it popped
That's
up as
cool,
a
though.
recommendation, and
Wow.
it's definitely the type of stuff that I watch generally. Just like the
Aw,
history about
good.
that kind of thing and stuff. So no, it was really good. I liked it.
Thank you. I'm glad.
I didn't catch it.
It's on my channel. You'll find it. It's on my X also.
Sobe is editing using YouTube Studio.
Oh, I didn't know you could do
You know,
that.
Nick Staroff does that. He edits all of his shorts and some of his longer videos all on YouTube Studio, and
Really?
he says he loves it.
Seriously?
Yeah. Yep.
Really? Oh, it's so weird. Check it out. We've got a body.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, it's really cute. It's starting to look
got
like
his little
a camel.
feet.
It's adorable.
Yeah. It's coming together.
It's very cool.
See, I knew you'd be able to do it.
Although something
All this
feels
worrying
wrong
for
about
nothing.
We'll
Don't ask
see
too many
what
questions.
happens.
Okay, so this is good. Like this is gonna break it. I think I'm trying to take the green off. Ooh, that felt like really wrong to do, to take the Lego apart.
Oh, God.
All right, so this has got to go to. That's for that one.
Oh, that's cool. Sobe films reaction videos of their favorite anime.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool. I
He's
like
building
that.
a dog
I am an
Justin.
anime lover.
Are you?
Really?
Mhm.
Oh man, my
I don't know if I would've
14-year-old.
guessed
To a degree.
I'm more of a brony, but
You would
anime's
be.
cool.
Is a brony like a larper?
Disavow.
A brony is
You
somebody,
don't
a
want to
guy
know
that
what
likes
a
My Little
brony
Pony.
is.
I was putting that out there for all the Ricada fans.
Goodness.
By the way, did you see that somebody had gone back through my Thanksgiving video, found the Captain Have Fun Polly Pocket pineapple, and that was in my background for a while, and was like, that's why MLS likes Ricada, because he wants to get some of that Ricada juices or something. And I was like, oh my God, this is too good not to tweet out.
Yeah.
And tag Ricada.
That's funny.
How about the
If they
squirrel?
only knew. If
I
they
know,
only
right?
knew.
Right?
There's a piece I was looking for earlier. That's so funny.
He sure popped out of nowhere recently. What
Who?
stream was he on recently?
I didn't see
Was
him.
he on memes?
Maybe
He better be
Max
coming on
was
this stream.
Captain
Better be
Half-
coming on a Lego stream, because he's promised several times.
Did you send him an invite?
Who are you talking about? We're talking about two different people. I
Are you
think.
talking about Captain Have Fun, David?
Oh, I didn't know you were talking about Cat. I thought you were talking about Ricada.
Oh yeah, no, he said he's coming.
Yeah, he says it's coming. By the way, I am
saying that
drinking
for like
my
a year.
Oh,
This
nice.
is
I didn't have a
what?
chance to get a drink. I'm still drinking my iced tea.
And of course, but we're going slow tonight because, I feel like death.
Right? What are you drinking tonight, Radix?
Tea.
Nice. Me
Tea?
too.
We'll call that a libation.
Chamomile rose.
Ooh.
Harder to call it a libation now, but
There you go.
Maybe some rose tequila. Let's call it rose.
No.
How do you guys build off of reading these paper plans? These are the worst
It's really
things to try to
complicated.
read.
It is hard.
It is so hard. I love my little monitor that would sit up here, and bright lights. I can see all the angles.
And finding
Maybe
these
got that
pieces
pineapple.
is hard.
I threw out the
Might need to
pineapple. I wish I would have kept it now. I didn't know it was going to be a sensation.
Right?
Pineapple?
Yeah, I got rid
Oh,
of
the Polly Pocket thing?
it. Yeah.
Got it.
I definitely would have kept it if I knew someone was going to troll my background. It's so hard to see, too, in that video. It was just like, it'd be like, if you took a still of this and like zoomed in and you'd be like, look it, that's a yellow life jacket. That means something. It's like, okay. Oh, it was amazing, though.
People are amazing. People have
Yeah.
the ability to focus in on some odd things, and
I'm like the opposite of that. Like I can't find Waldo in the Where's Waldo. I can't. When you show me a picture and you're like, is this a man or a dog running in the woods? I'm like, it's obviously a man. Like, I don't.
Why has
I
he got
never
4
see-
legs then?
Yeah, I never could see past what's obvious. I'm like not Captain Obvious. Yeah.
That's like my son. He's like, so I asked him, we're clearing out my shop and we're setting up some tables because we have family coming over next week. And so I asked him, I was like, hey, pull those tables out of the way. And so he literally moves them like 3 feet. And he's just not thinking like conceptually about like, why would I want them like just 3 feet scooched over from where they are? It doesn't make any sense. But I feel like Wendy would do that. She would just move them over 3 feet.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I'm giving Wendy more credit than that.
Valhalla, you always believe in me, and I love you for that.
I got you, babe. I got you.
Thanks, babe.
So we have this Danish card game thing that we use to ask questions sometimes of our guests. And I was flipping through them, and this one came up, which is a topic we discussed before we went live. Have you ever had a really bad haircut and or color, Radix?
Oh my God, yes. Yes. I have had, well, there's so many to pick from. When I was in Catholic school, my sister bleached streaks in the front of my hair, so that was fun. No, Sister Marilyn took me off of the safety patrol, which was like really not a punishment for me. That was a good thing because I didn't want to have to take the cones out into the parking lot. But she took me off of basketball practice too. So that was sort of my punishment.
They'll send my kid home for that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that was very fun for Sister Marilyn to deal with, I think. But then in high school, I decided to do all kinds of weird stuff to my hair. I actually dyed my hair jet black at one point, and I have like white eyebrows and like white eyelashes and arm hair. So yeah, so it just looked ridiculous on me with this like dark black hair.
Did you look emo?
I was definitely emo.
Cute.
Yeah,
Oh,
and I used to wear the dark makeup and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I dyed my hair I bleached my hair after dyeing it jet black. Then my sister decided to. No, she was an elderly woman. Sorry, D-What. Get your head out of the gutter.
I know, right? Keep Sister Marilyn's name
She's
out
like
of
a
your mouth.
grandma. That's right.
She's married to Jesus. Stop it.
So after dyeing my hair black, then I bleached it, and then my sister dyed it like blue, and then it was green, and then I did like the bright red hair and haircuts. I've had some horrible haircuts. I had almost a mullet recently, so that was great.
Really?
Awesome.
Yeah, I said long layers, and so normally Federico understands what long layers means, but
apparently not that day.
I don't know what was going through his head this day. I was surprised, but he gives me these like short pieces in the back, like some of these layers, like the hair is this long, then it's like this long, and I'm like, what was the idea with that? Where was that going? And of course, for somebody with my hair, it looks horrible because I have very fine hair. So
women's hair is something you don't mess with. Like, you don't screw it up,
or you get in trouble.
Well, you do. People get it screwed up all the time.
It's true.
In Michigan, you don't have to pay for a haircut if you don't like how it looks.
What? Really?
Yeah, that's a lot.
Oh my gosh. I feel like that could be abused, though, right?
Yeah, that's why I don't think they advertise it too much. Yeah. Like, nah, I don't like it. Thanks, though.
Yeah, nice try.
I saw a Judge Judy episode one time where a woman hated her hair so bad, and Judge Judy agreed, so she gave her money back. Like your hair must look
you
Judge
are
Judy
paying for a service, right? You're like,
that's true.
You know, just take an inch off and they shave it bald. You shouldn't have to pay them, right? You know,
I agree. No, I agree because it's actually like traumatizing.
Yeah,
you know. For some of us, it takes a while for our hair to grow.
Yeah.
It's just rude.
I saw
Just
this
rude.
video of this kid
Unacceptable.
screaming in the barber shop as he's getting his head shaved bald, which is it's a punishment because he did something at school or something. And the kid is just screaming and crying and but sometimes you gotta learn a lesson.
Aaron Olivia, thank you for the $10 super
Good
chat.
night,
I
Aaron
can
Olivia.
super
Oh,
chat
thank you.
David.
Yoo-hoo, you can.
Oh, she
Yeah,
has to
monetize.
go. Good night, Aaron Olivia.
Oh,
We miss
take
you.
care. She must be hanging out on the East Coast in Nova Scotia,
Oh.
where it's even later.
Oh, okay. That makes
don't
more
know.
sense.
She
Oh,
drives
yeah, I'm
over
going to be 3 hours ahead of time tomorrow, starting tomorrow for a week. I have a pretty easy time adjusting to the time changes, though.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. It's really easy, especially going back east. I even fall asleep like at a normal time. I still wake up at my normal time. It's just, yeah, it's cool.
Mrs. Valhalla took
Did I do this
weekend
right? No, I did
trip
not.
to Arizona a couple weeks ago, and she was there just long enough to get real jet lagged when she got home.
Yeah, coming home.
Yeah,
Poor
first
little-
time she'd ever had jet lag. She'd never
Poor little
experienced it like
lady.
that before.
Aw.
You have fun in Arizona.
Yeah, she was a family wedding.
Nice.
Arizona's not that bad. Try going 6 hours difference. That's the struggle. Or 12 hours.
That sounds rough.
It's really
Yeah.
weird when
I
it's
know.
when like you're noon, everyone's just waking up. You've already had like a full day, or you're going to bed and it's just dinner time at home. That's really weird.
I'm missing something.
Have you ever
Am
visited
I?
a foreign country, Radix? Besides Canada. Canada doesn't count. It's not foreign.
I've been to St. Martin, if that counts.
I've
What is
never
St.
been
Martin?
there. It's one of the in the Caribbean, right?
I've
Oh,
been
okay.
to
Or
Canada.
Virgin
Yeah,
Islands.
yeah, yeah.
Virgin Islands, Caribbean. I don't know.
Is it French?
Yeah. There's a French side and a Dutch side.
Oh,
I
okay.
was on the French side.
Of course you were.
Wee.
Our
Valhalla, did you see that
Wendy-
Aaron Olivia super chatted you too, sweetheart?
I did. Thank you so much.
What?
Thanks, Aaron
What is
Olivia.
this
Oh, you're
supposed to
amazing.
be?
I'm a Francophile, so I love the French. All things French.
What?
Wee, wee.
I don't have this piece. I'm missing something.
I bet it's there somewhere.
I know I am. Oh, come on.
13
It's
of
there
these? Oh my
somewhere.
god. Okay.
It has to
Tedious.
because
What was the
Oh, well, that's
complicated
all
part
right.
you talked about with this build, Valhalla?
It's something with the tree trunk. When you put
Oh.
the tree trunk up,
Not
like
the
when
tree
it finally comes together, it like doesn't quite fit right. One of the pieces is off. It looks off in the instructions. It's not, but it looks off.
There's an
I
off.
don't know. It went on fine for me.
Well, you're the only one,
this.
so be lucky.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Everybody else does the same
Yeah,
thing.
but
I
everyone
do.
else struggles with it. And it was like, oh, that was a complicated step or whatever. And I just realized, like, I'm almost done. I don't remember the complicated step part.
blew right through it.
Did
Wait,
you like?
how does
I
Did
should
you
do
like
the
France?
SpongeBob house next time.
Do you what? Did you like France? I think not. When you said meh, I went to France. Meh. I feel like
Yeah,
a lot of
France.
people don't love Paris. I feel like a lot of
Aside
people.
from the food, I don't think there'd be a whole lot in France that I would really care for.
I don't see you loving it there.
No.
No. Although
Grifty, hang on, I'm
Oh,
going to shout out to
Valhalla.
Grifty. Grifty's in the chat saying that I need to
Grifty.
build the SpongeBob house. I will definitely build a SpongeBob house, and I'm going to do it with Rakeda on the stream.
Oh, there you go.
That's
I'm
going to
so confused by this. Oh, this is
Which
a
part?
weird piece.
we can help you.
It's either a weird piece or I'm supposed to put two of these together. Is
Oh.
this the piece? Wait, maybe it's just nope. I'm an idiot. I figured it out.
Well, then you're not an idiot. You figured it out.
You have to like look at the way the picture makes it look like there could be two of them put together. You know, it's like it's confusing.
Yeah.
You have to-
Instructions are pretty
You
confusing.
got to know what you're doing.
Yes.
Blasted instruction manuals.
So you need 2 of these puppies. And then
Ooh, Old Line Red's best friends in Paris right now.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I think I could live in Paris like a couple months out of the year. Not all at once.
That would be horrible. I'm going to Italy though, and my son wants to make a trip to France while we're there, and I'm just like, no, I'm not.
It's right there. You have to go. Just take.
No, I wanna do like one country at a time. I don't want to be jumping around. Bad enough when I got to go to Denmark, and Sweden.
I get that. I get that.
Let's see.
That's why I think that sailboat, it's actually not a sailboat. That's why I think that cruise ship, that tiny one that's sailing nonstop for the rest of its life is really cool. Like for me, I wouldn't want to be on a boat 24 hours a day for the rest of my life, but I could get on it like for a couple weeks at a time and then get off,
Yeah.
And you don't get jet lag either when you travel like that, which is really cool too.
Moving slow.
Yeah.
Jet lag's a modern phenomenon with airplanes.
Right.
Did you find your piece or figure it out?
I think so, but now I'm looking for the next one.
It's always the next one.
Did Michigan lawyer Stephanie Lambert get arrested, or is that fake news?
Oh. I don't know.
I don't know.
Did that happen?
David, how do you not know?
I don't know. I don't watch
people?
the news. If I'm not like on YouTube, I'm indifferent to the world. Let's find out.
Yeah.
Who's Stephanie Lambert?
I don't know. She wasn't one of the attorneys. She wasn't. Who was the attorney? The woman attorney for? Oh God, what? I can't think of her name right now. The kid who poo-pewed the whole school. Yeah, the mom. The mom. What was her?
Indicted. She was indicted. She's indicted in something related to Trump. Let's see here.
Oh.
Right now?
Oh wow! Like recently?
Grifty. Here's 5
August.
Storm. I'm about to start on X with that clip.
Let's see here.
What the fuck?
Yeah. See, this is the thing. They're going after everyone. So she was the one that was involved with the, let's see, election voter data breach.
I need to visit. I'll visit Holland. I haven't.
Yeah, it sounds like she was charged. This is a report from
Wow.
the Michigan Department of Attorney General office.
Scum.
Yeah. No,
Sorry,
she's
but
absolutely
they
horrible. I sued her. I sued
Dana.
Dana Nessel and Whitmer
Scum.
during the vid. I was so
good.
happy to sue them. But they're absolutely horrible.
They are
Horrible politicians, horrible lawyers, horrible human beings.
People.
Yeah, Crumbly. Thanks, Tianana.
It wasn't the Crumbly.
Yeah.
Lawyer.
Yeah. But earlier I couldn't think of their name. Let's go. Brandon says France and the French intolerable.
All right. I am done.
Of course you are.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! You beat me.
Looking good,
Rude.
David.
that.
Oh,
That's
how
pretty
pretty.
cool. I put I did what Valhalla said. I put these down
wow.
like shrubberies at the bottom
I
so I
like
can
it,
keep
I
the
like
pink. I like that.
That's pretty.
It's
I
very
like
cool.
it a lot.
There we go.
Yeah. Why do I feel like I'm missing something? Oh,
And
I am.
you-
Hang on, I'm not done yet.
Mulch.
I'm not done yet.
You need the mulch, man.
No, the mulch is in there.
Wait, what?
Then what
Mulch
do you
is
need?
on
So
it.
how does
No, I
this
forgot
work?
some pieces on the front here. I gotta fix this.
I have to put this like this.
It's like it doesn't
Oh!
look finished.
Oh my gosh, that's adorable. And then okay.
I don't know what that means. Old Line Red says she's not cool with this thing that they're charging lawyers for representing people. Do they not see how dangerous this is? I never heard of this. I don't know about
I
this.
finished. Look! Oh, and his face fell up. Never mind. Oh, Lord. Let me
That's
find
okay.
his face. That's so awful.
Poor little guy. What is that? What is she talking
Grifty,
about?
thank you very much for the $5 super chat.
Thank you again, Grifty. We appreciate you.
Sorry, did you say that already? I missed it.
Yeah, no, you were. I didn't say it loudly because you were talking or something.
I'm not cool with things that we're charging lawyers for representing people. Yeah, so that's what they're doing. So they're charging them and saying like, well, Donald Rumsfeld, for one, he filed things and he was criminally charged and sued for spreading false rumors or whatever bullshit that they brought. And that's the thing, is they're charging people. But if you don't know the history regarding this, Governor Snyder from Michigan. Oh, awesome.
Oh, sweet baby.
Oh, it's
wait, we got to see him better. We got to get the focus.
Oh, nice.
Look at his cute little face.
The doors.
You officially beat me.
Oh, you beat David and Valhalla.
Ooh, there he is. Now he's focused.
Nice.
He's so cute.
Hey, Barbie.
Aww. Wow.
That's awesome.
He's a cool little dog.
Good job, Radix. Very cute.
I feel like
So-
we should name him. He needs
Yeah.
a name.
Oh, we should. What do you wanna
Lance.
name him?
Valhalla, you want to name him Lance? Should we recommend Lance?
We both have a equine named Lance.
Yeah, mine's a horse. His is a donkey.
His is a horse. Mine's a
Is
donkey.
that what your donkey's name is?
We shall call him Lancelot then.
There you go.
Perfect.
Lancelot.
That's exactly it.
I love
He
it.
is Sir Lancelot because he looks like a
Aw.
sir. He's an older gentleman. He is a
I
Sir
dig it.
Lancelot.
I love
Perfect.
it.
There you go.
Of course.
All right,
I am
and mine,
so proud of myself.
mine is
proud of you
officially
too.
done. I got
Oh,
all the
that's so
pieces on now.
pretty. So what piece did you forget earlier? What did you
So
have to add?
all of this whole row of black down here, I
Oh,
forgot to do.
okay.
I was looking at it
Oh,
when it was
wow.
on camera, and I was like, "Oh, I didn't. That doesn't look finished."
That's
and I
really
realized I had a bunch of
attractive. It
pieces.
looks like really pretty.
It's a
It looks
really fun set to
beautiful.
build. I
Yeah,
that
it looks like a
lot.
piece of art.
It is.
right?
There's a.
It is.
We'll have to
So-
show you Radix. We've got some of the cool. We've got some cool sets up around here.
They really do.
So what I was saying about they charged former Governor Snyder criminally and a bunch of other people in connection with the Flint water thing, and I think that was like their test run, and then they start charging Trump. Do they not realize that at some point they're not going to be in power, and you could, Governor Whitmer, Attorney General Nessel, you could be criminally charged for your conduct. If I remember correctly, during the vid, there were a number of elderly people that were ushered back into homes, Governor Whitmer, and they died and they spread it and it killed more because of your policies. So if you want to talk about charging people criminally for your actions, this is the road that you're paving.
Yeah,
Get
Barn
'em.
should be in
Barbie, I
prison.
think it was 800 something pieces, right, David? Your tree?
878.
878.
But a lot of that is like, so there's like gravel in here, if you can look.
Oh.
Thing of it down.
Oh
So
my
there's like this
gosh.
loose gravel and stuff in here, so that counts too.
Oh, that's
But
Wow.
it's real gravel, it's not Lego pieces.
no, it's Lego. It's just Lego
That's
tiles,
cute.
or whatever they're called, beads or buttons or whatever,
That's cute.
Aw.
and a ton of frogs on top.
Aw, that's cute.
I like that.
Coitus bought the Lego Ford Mustang. It's been 35 years since I
Oh,
built a Lego.
cool.
That's
But-
badass.
Oh my goodness.
My
That
my
one is a
son's
cool
been
spec.
trying to build the Cobra Mustang. That's what he's been
Nice.
trying to build for the last several streams, and he hasn't finished it.
Coitus says they will not tease Logan for taking 2+ streams to finish this.
Yeah.
You should. I would.
Hi, Pam. Pam wants to know what your take is, David, on Matt Gates.
I don't know Matt Gates. What's the Matt Gates?
I know
Matt
he-
Gates
What? How do you not know?
was
I'm horrible with
appointed to Attorney General, right? They were gonna send him through the confirmation process.
Yeah.
There you go. I knew you did.
So what's my take on it? I mean, he withdrew acceptance of that position. I don't think he should have, but I understand why he did. He didn't want
I think it was
his.
the plan all along.
You think it was the plan for him to withdraw his acceptance?
Yeah.
I don't think so, because he
Really?
wouldn't have accepted it in the first place. He wouldn't have gone through the process. He would have said thank you, no thank you at the onset if that was the plan.
Well, but now so if what takes it match is a wire. You're not wrong there. You're not wrong there.
He does
If
look kind of like a Lego figure, right?
If he gets up there, right, and everybody screams and hee-haws that Matt Gaetz is running for attorney general or whatever, and then he pulls out, the next person's not going to get nearly as much grief.
Maybe it was a little bit of 4D chess, but I don't know. I mean, what is it? All the allegations, all of a sudden, they're coming out of the woodwork, I guess. There's so many more. It looks like it's sort of what's that?
The one allegation came initially from a tax collector, Seminole County tax collector named Joel Greenberg, who was brought up on embezzlement charges and then sex trafficking charges. He was running a weird crypto scheme with a gentleman named Samuel Arms, who has been apparently trained. It was groomed for intelligence agencies, and he ended up actually writing the 1776 returns document that the Proud Boys were charged for seditious conspiracy for. It was written by this guy named Samuel Arms, who may also be tied to Israeli intelligence. He worked for the State Department, he worked for SOCOM, but he also talked about doing a stint in Jerusalem where he learned Arabic and was going to possibly be an informant. So it's a very bizarre story there that he ends up creating this crypto company, doing a crypto scheme with Joel Greenberg, who is a Seminole County tax collector. Greenberg knows Matt Gaetz, and this is apparently where these payments come in, where they said that basically they went to parties, and the main allegations, seem to be with adult women. So the New York Times put out this story, and they have this map, right, of these payments that went to different women from his Venmo, and all of these women just seem to be, in my opinion, prostitutes that he was paying potentially. And so that's okay, they all
don't look at my
that,
Venmo.
right?
I pay everyone with my Venmo.
They said he used his adopted son Nestor to conceal the payments. And so the thing if it is though, is it's there's one girl who claims she saw him doing something with a 17-year-old.
Yeah,
well, where's the 17-year-old? You claim that you saw something. So, I mean, if you're going to charge somebody, he's not been criminally charged. That's the thing. These allegations are serious allegations. They should be investigated as such. But the thing I didn't like about Matt Gaetz is that I believe he's had Botox. That's the bigger issue.
Well, what I was going to say with regard to the connections to this crypto, and also,
I was like,
it is a small world, and everyone in that community knows everyone in that community. So just because they know each other doesn't mean that there's anything going on. It was definitely
I think this guy Greenberg tried to set Matt Gaetz up. I mean, so Greenberg was facing many years in prison for his embezzlement schemes, his fraud, and his own sex trafficking charges, and he made allegations against Matt Gaetz by his own admission to get a reduced sentence to try to save himself. So that credibility of Greenberg is none. Plus,
it's
he's
the prison snitch testifying at trial. You don't believe the prison
exactly.
snitch.
God,
right. And then so if this is the case, right, you would expect there to be at least several women that would have come forward that would have spoken out about him. As far as I know, that hasn't happened, but I do find his wife, Ginger, to be an interesting character. She is the sister of Palmer Luckey, who is a Silicon Valley venture capitalist, Peter Thiel protege. So I'm actually more interested in that connection there than anything else. But I think she was sort of the real person behind the Matt Gaetz, pushing him, his wife, Ginger. And now I believe Matt Gaetz is on Cameo. So if you want, you can actually get Matt Gaetz to do a video message for you if you pay.
That's kind of awesome, actually.
Nice. That's going to happen for this show, definitely.
Oh yeah.
We need the Matt Gaetz intro.
Plastic so we can get good Botox.
There you go.
Oh, that's awesome.
But one thing I'll say about Gaetz, some positive things about him, is that Matt Gaetz was talking about getting the congressmen out of the stock market so that they're not able to use their positions. and their
As they
insider
should.
information to profit, which they all do. And they claim that they don't do insider trading, but they very clearly do.
Oh,
You can tell
bullshit.
just by tracking, like there's an account that's Nancy Pelosi's stock trader account. You can literally see them acting on insider information, and you can track it over time. So it's very concerning.
Hey, government.
that
You
regard.
know what?
And I like that
It
you
might be
brought that
worth
up.
$500. You know.
Exactly.
To say something for the intro, like we have it. Just pretend like you showed up on a stream that no one can find. You know, we just clipped you.
Oh, and
I'm here for it.
also Matt Gaetz is not beholden to a lot of the special interest groups. He hasn't taken a lot of the super PAC money that some of the other folks have. So that's another interesting thing about the whole situation here.
No, that's very interesting.
What do you guys think, though, about Pam Bondi?
Guys, you're throwing out names. I don't know. I don't do names. I gotta look at
This
it.
one's ringing a bell. Why do I know this name?
Pam Bondi is the person that Trump has appointed instead of Matt Gaetz. So after Matt Gaetz withdrew, he has brought up Pam Bondi.
She's from Florida. She was the attorney general in Florida or state prosecutor or something, and she gives 0 Fs. She goes at it. She seems anyway to be about it. You know what I mean?
You know what? How dare he
crap.
appoint a woman to any position? That's not what we elected him for. We elected him to put women back in the kitchen.
Oh, Jesus.
And
I know, aren't you pissed? You did all this work for nothing.
Well, I don't like her past support for red flag stuff, but she is a woman. She is a woman. We all know how they are emotionally driven, and this is why they should not be in charge of certain government agencies. But I do think maybe having somebody like her as an attorney general, I mean, I don't really know too much about her, what kind of person she is, but I don't know that Pam Bondi would be like targeting people for fake terror plots. So that's a positive.
Right.
Yeah, anybody that's going to not do that, I'm okay with.
You know, it doesn't really matter who. I mean, I guess it does matter who he appoints, but the biggest thing is that the administration, the state executive, the president, right, needs to take control over these agencies again. And for too long, the agencies have been running their own deals and doing their own scams. You know, I watched a video on the Federal Land Commission or whatever it is, that agency that runs all the vacant federal land. I can't remember. Huh?
The Land Bureau?
Yeah, the Land Bureau. Thank you. When Trump was in office, he moved their headquarters out of DC over to like out in the middle of the West somewhere, like Oklahoma or something like that. He's like, because that's where the land is that you guys are managing. So why are you in DC? Move over there. And I want him to do more of that sort of thing, and as well as just to take actual control over the agencies. That would be really nice. And so to that extent, it is important who he puts in. And so as long as the person that he puts in is willing to take control of the agencies and not let them run amok, and then I'm all for it. And if it brings the federal government crashing down in a fiery mess, hey, I'm there.
There you go.
What's that?
Yeah, Bureau of Land Management. That's what it is. Thank you, Old Line Red.
There it is. I didn't hear you, Wendy. What'd you say?
Oh, sorry. I was just asking how you're doing.
Oh, we're getting
you
there.
look like you're getting.
We're getting there. I've still got 8, 9, 10.
He's just not feeling peak
4 bags left.
top of his game today, so I was kind of worried about him.
Just keep it like this for December 6th or December 7th, rather, when Valhalla and I will be going head to head building this here. This is awesome. This is the medieval blacksmith shop.
Oh,
and,
that's so cool.
Yeah, I'm very excited to build this.
Good night, Sobe. Thank you for coming and have
Good
fun
night,
at
Sobe.
church.
Appreciate you.
Church. Are you Catholic like Wendy pretends to be?
She said she went to Catholic school.
Yeah, she went.
No, I'm Orthodox. I was Catholic. I was raised Catholic.
You know, I like the way
Christian
the
Orthodox?
Greek Orthodox. I like their the fundamental belief system more so. The hardest thing that I've always had with I was born and raised Lutheran, so that's like Catholic with less steps, and it's always it's a bartering thing, right? Jesus died for our sins, as if there's some debt that needs to be repaid. And as a parent, when you look at your child, and that's what you're taught, like God is the Father and He loves us like parents love their children. There's not anything that my kids could do that at the end of the day I wouldn't still love them. So the whole bartering and the debt sort of thing I never really got, but the Greek Orthodox don't think that way.
No,
And
we don't.
I like that
Well,
a
I'm
lot.
not Greek Orthodox. I'm Serbian Orthodox is the church I go to, but there are different, there's Russian Orthodox, there's
Right.
Romanian Orthodox.
And if-
There's
and if
different
you guys-
ethnic Orthodox traditions and cultures, but Orthodox don't really believe in like original sin in that way.
Yeah, this was a fundamental split back during the Nicene Council. This is when like the bishops first got together in like 900 or something like that, and that's partly why the Roman Empire split a little bit too. Is based off of all of this. It's this fundamental difference in this belief structure, and that's why the Orthodox Church is all generally in Russia and in Constantinople and that sort of area, and then the West, as we know it, developed based off of the Catholic system. But that was really the Nicene Creed was originally supposed to be, all right, this is going to be a fundamental belief system that we're all going to follow as Christians, and they couldn't agree then. And then they split and went their separate ways. And like, yeah, no, we I don't know what the hell the Pope's talking about. We're not going to follow that. But I really like that belief structure. It makes more sense. If what you're trying to teach is, like Jesus said, the only commandment that really matters is love thy neighbor. It's all love, love, love. Then you don't need this bartering chip sort of, there's a debt that needs to be paid with something. I don't know. I really like it though. And I'm all for it. So that's cool.
Yeah, I really like it also. There's some other things too, like the Catholic school I went to in Florida, we had like sex scandals at. So one of our alumni was Congressman Mark Foley, who was involved in the Page Boy scandal. If you guys remember that.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
Yeah, so that was one of our alumni, and then one of our priests, Father Flynn, turned out to be a pedophile, and the church covered it up at the time, and they told us like his mom was sick and he had to go back to Ireland and like fundraise they just sent him to a different place, and it came out years later, and I always remembered like that I thought he was weird. He always used to make people kiss him on the cheek, and I just thought that was kind of creepy, because some people would think, oh, what a nice, sweet old man. But even when I was young, I was like, this is suspicious. Why does he try to make us do it, right? Like, I don't want to kiss some strange old man on the cheek. It's not cute, to me.
Yeah.
I just thought it was weird.
It's weirder when
when
he only asked the guys, the boys to do it, and the girls got to pass.
Yeah, only if you're 10 or under must
10 or under boys
Yeah.
got to kiss the
Tenderonies.
on the cheek. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
like
like
any of it.
the weird things, though. I mean, like one of the differences between the Catholic and the Orthodox churches, Orthodox priests can get married, and they're kind of encouraged to get married and to have children and have families. And they don't have the, like the strict celibacy rules that the Catholic Church has, which encourages and fosters a lot of pederasty. So that was one of the main issues for me personally of like why I felt like the Orthodox Church at least made more sense to me, that like, yeah, a priest should be a father because he could understand God better if he has his own children, right? Doesn't that just make sense?
Did you ever, or have you ever looked deep into St. Peter and his, we'll say, hatred for Mary Magdalene. And if you look through the Dead Sea Scrolls, there's a bunch. The Bible isn't the only books that were written, right? There's a bunch of other
casual
ones.
reading.
Yeah, and if you look through the Dead Sea Scrolls, you'll see that Peter, one of Jesus's disciples, did not like Mary Magdalene, and that he would always kiss her on the something, in that little part's missing. But it's heavily implied that Jesus was married to Mary Magdalene, and that the reason why the Catholic Church didn't really have women in any sort of authority and didn't allow priests to marry is because Peter wanted to keep Mary Magdalene out of running the church. He was the first pope, if you don't know, and he wanted the control over the church, and that was a way to keep it out. And so that's basically where it stems from, and that was a huge debate in the Nicene Council as well, was regarding the role of the women in the church. So, but that's where it all comes from, and it was a horrible path to take, and now we're here. Now it seems to be a haven for sexual repressed people, and that's not a good thing.
Like most religions, or
no, only the Catholics.
I could say like I don't have tons of experience, with like multiple churches. I have the experience I had at the Catholic Church and then, the Serbian Orthodox Church. But most of the people at the Orthodox Church seem to be like normal. They're like normal family people. But also at my church is a lot of ethnic people. So we have the Serbian people who are there. I mean, it's a different. I just don't get any kind of like repression from them. They're very just normal, nice, loving,
family
people.
oriented.
So I was baptized
Yeah.
Catholic. I was raised Lutheran. I prefer the Orthodox like view of things, but I identify more with the Mormons. Just because of their social, their social structure.
Polygamy?
I like to have a lot of women around to do things for me.
You mean in particular the fundamental, that's why you like orthodoxy, because you like the fundamentalist.
Yeah.
Oh my
David's like, I don't want to
goodness.
be a mainstream LDS. I want to be a fundamentalist Mormon. Like,
Yeah, there we go. Fundamentalist Mormon. Yes.
there you go.
I like Cody. He's got a good mindset.
I wouldn't mind being a sister wife. I really wouldn't.
Oh, fellas, you heard it.
I'd be good at that. Oh my God, the Book of Mormon was such a good musical.
I never seen it.
David, you would love it.
goodness.
David, you would love that.
I'm sure I would. I love South Park.
Wait a sec. Are they the ones that wear the magical underpants?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're called
Yes, they
holy
do.
underwear.
They're called temple garments.
Temple
Right.
garments.
Yeah.
Oh no! What did I
You
do?
know, my
Whoa.
aunt, my great aunt, my mom's aunt, she was a nun for a while, and then she decided that she didn't want to do it. Left the whatever it's called, the habit, or no, she wears the habit. I can't remember what it's called, but she left that and then got married and then quickly got divorced and then was just a single lady that I grew up like my
Divorce
grandma.
Jesus.
No,
She
she
did.
divorced her husband.
Oh. I was like, what? The nun divorce?
You can't divorce Jesus. That's true.
Zach,
I
the
agree.
beauty of it is you can have a harem now of ladies.
Yeah. Well, he's already putting me at like number 3. Like he's not
That's
even
what
going to
I'm
marry
saying.
me.
Zach's already got a harem.
Divorces.
Zach, how dare you, sir?
Right? Like I should be number 1. Oh, well, I did come late.
Disrespectful.
Yes.
Well, I do. Well, I did come later than the other ladies, so I gotta.
You got to take your place
for
in
a
line, Wendy.
There.
Right. That's right. I finally went on a date I really liked.
Oh,
Good.
that's
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Super smart scientist.
So
Oh,
when's the
God.
wedding?
Oh, exactly.
Well, I haven't been married for a long time, so I'm due. So Radix, I get
One
married.
of the she gets married a lot. That's one of the jokes.
There you
That's one of the
go.
jokes.
But like legit, I really do. So like I'm due. I'm due.
She's a lover, not a fighter.
That's right.
Wendy's never met a man she's never immediately fell in love with. So what's so besides the documentary, which we're gonna see next week because that's when it's premiering, I heard. When
That's what I heard.
What else have you been working on?
I do love.
That's it.
That's it,
Taken
really?
up so much of my life. It's literally all I have time for, and it's a full-time job that I'm not getting paid for. So it's hard to work on other things.
Labor of love.
But I mean, I just do videos on whatever I want to talk about whenever I feel like it. So if I feel like doing a video, I put out a video. But I don't really have a lot of projects I'm working on right now. The documentary is just like, it's overwhelming in and of itself. And that there's so much people don't see on a day-to-day basis. It would probably terrify people if they knew what my life was actually like.
I'm trying to, like I said, I'm trying to do this documentary on Zachariah Anderson. And I started with a sort of a narrative script. And then I'm trying to go through trial footage, and I have a bunch of interviews and trying to piece it all together. But the time it takes to go through and be like, I remember somebody testified about this, but I have no idea who. I don't know what date. I need to find that clip so that it's not just me talking the whole time, right? You want you want to change it up. You want to see the participants in their own words saying these things. It's so tedious. It's just really tedious. And then you're constantly making notes. And then you're like, I remember I watched it, I clipped it, I put it in a note somewhere. Now I got to go find it in my notes. It's just really tedious.
It is. It's hard. Like, you can't, it's when if you're starting from like, you already have in mind what you want to do, along the way in the process of making the film, that will probably change, right? So like, you have your idea starting out of like what your theme is going to be and what you think maybe where your script and story is going to go. But like, I had no idea where my documentary was going to go. I had no idea. And then when you get into the editing process, that also changes things. It changes how you look at things. And maybe something that you thought wasn't that important, maybe it becomes more important. So it's difficult. It is hard to put it all together. And,
I have started it 3 different times because my original thought was I was going to do it in 3 segments. And then I realized like I'm probably not going to be able to do 3 segments. So I'm going to do one. I'm going to keep it in 45 minutes. And then I was thinking of how I wanted to present it and sort of the theme. And then I decided to I watched, I don't know if he's in the chat today, Log Calling Express that's been doing short little video essays about it. And I was like, I like that style. So I'm going to scrap everything that I've been doing and I'm going to start over. And it's just, it does change. It's a pain in the ass.
It is. Thank you, Zach. I appreciate that. One thing I'll say that can make it easier for you is if you have transcribed videos, it's a lot easier going over the footage if you can just read the text instead of actually having to listen to the audio over and over again, because a lot of times you miss things when you've listened to it multiple times. But also when you transcribe the interviews, you can do keyword searches. So if you're looking for somebody talking about a specific date and time or a certain event or whatever, it makes it much easier to find like the part in the interview that you're looking for. And then if you do that with your other materials, you can kind of cross-reference it and start building like, themes and putting different pieces from different things into categorize it, break it down into categories.
Yeah. The good thing is
major themes.
Yeah. I watched the trial live and I took very copious notes when I did that. And then I went back and I would do these review videos. And I would refine the notes when I did those review videos because I would just more or less talk about what happened. And so that's nice. So I have like the date and the witness and what they said already kind of there. But then when I want to go back and get the clip of it, or like I want to make sure that this is what they said, I don't have any of the timestamps. So then I have to go through and I'm like, all right, well, it's towards the end of my notes for this witness, so it must be towards the end of their testimony. And that's the thing, is I don't have the timestamps. So if I got them transcribed, that would be fairly expensive. I do. I mean, I've had videos transcribed before.
No. You can have AI does this stuff now. You can literally.
Oh my God! Can I get a link?
What do you use for editing?
I use Power Director.
Okay.
They do have a new AI feature, which they keep wanting to give me a tour of, and I haven't done it yet.
Look into DaVinci Resolve. They will just, if you put your video in there, there's a button that you can hit to transcribe it. Now it takes time to do that, right? But there's ways of doing it now that are
Pay
a lot
Logan to
easier.
do it. Pay Logan to do it.
DaVinci
There you go.
yeah, he needs a job. All right, I've got DaVinci Resolve up, so I will check it out.
By the way, I've been thinking about
love
this
DaVinci.
Coast Guard thing for Logan, and I'm on board now. I consent to him being able to do that.
The Coast Guard?
Mm-hmm.
No, he's already going into welding. He's done. He's out of the military.
No, now that I finally agree to let him go, he doesn't want to go. Okay, fine.
Hail 9,000. I will definitely let you know if I need a hand. It's right now. It's I have like the script, and I'm trying to put the I'm trying to get all the time codes together so I can get the clips, because I don't want it just me talking. And the interviews of the individuals is great. But do you have a Hale, do you have a like Twitter account or something? Anyways, find me on Twitter maybe.
What's up, Lefty? I have Resolve. That's what I use to edit, but I barely understand it, and I don't really edit much. I haven't in a very long time.
Little learning curve, but it's pretty
a little
easy.
bit. I found a couple of channels on YouTube that give really great tutorials though, and that has gone a long way to help.
I'm gonna email this to myself because otherwise I'm gonna forget.
YouTube.
What's that?
Yeah,
YouTube
tutorials are great.
I used to work on my own car from YouTube. I learned how to sew on YouTube. I didn't do everything on YouTube.
There you go.
Love it.
Yeah, I bow to the YouTube gods, but they're absolutely horrible.
Did you see what Hal 9000 wrote earlier? He said to.
Yep.
Okay, good.
I was.
Sorry, I know you were busy.
I'm just.
Well, I read. That's cool.
Let's see here. I'm emailing myself a link to this website because I know I'm going to forget that it's up. And then when we're done with the stream, I'm just going to shut my computer down and I'm going to lose it. So I emailed it to myself. So now I got it. So I would definitely check it out.
Zach on recently. I saw Zach on a stream and I was like, I was walking by my
FNL last night.
Oh yeah. Okay. Cause I was like, but I remember I wasn't watching TV and I walked by my TV and I'm like, that's Zach. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, because when I first started watching Friday Night Live, you were still in the chat, Valhalla. So
I felt like Dookie last night too.
I know you did, babe. And if you're not on, I mean, there's no reason to watch. Just kidding.
Well, you look like you're struggling over there a bit.
He's definitely.
He's got
quite a. Look, there's a lot of progress happening over here, my man. Look at this thing.
I know. It looks done.
Cool.
Without
oh my gosh, look at that.
Yeah.
The back end's not quite there yet, but we're
getting there. My set had more pieces and I finished it an hour ago.
Your set technically had more pieces. You didn't use them all. Most of them
I did too. I built two sets. I built two sets. Look at this. Look at this. I built
trying to win the debate club on some bullshit.
I built all of the green ones and all of the white and pink ones. I built it twice. Look at that. There's one over here too.
What do you want? Cookie? Congratulations.
Lefty says this MFer has 2 monetized channels and never streams, right?
I know, right? I find it hard to find time to stream.
Yeah.
Thank you, assholes react. Hey, it's Dave. It's that Dave guy. I wonder if we could get Ms. Val on sooner than the Treehouse guy. Don't let him lie. He said 9 p.m. Eastern Sunday is too late for him. Invite is open to Val too.
I'll be there. You guys, by the way, you didn't send me.
What are we talking about?
Yeah, what is this? Tell us. We
Okay,
don't
so
know.
this is whiskey, and is asshole reacts? Is he part of whiskey, or it's whiskey streams with someone? And they're like, "Hey, would you be? Would you?" Oh, whiskey sent me a link, and their show started at 7, and I was like, "Oh, that's late." Because it usually is for me to like watch stuff, because my wife comes home at like 7, and then we usually kind of want to spend some time with each other. And so, but I was on Nick's last night, and Whiskey chimed in. He's like, "Oh, okay, so it's too late for you to jump over to our stream, but you can hang out with Nick." There's Whiskey. It's a great show. They have a great show, and I will be there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I like 3 beers.
Yeah. So I will definitely be there. Send me if you want me on, or if you just want me to watch. I don't know, because the last time you sent me a thing to watch, not invited me on the panel. But either way, let me know.
He probably sent you the wrong link on accident.
And by the way, I saved this for you, for David. That's for you from hell. Okay.
Yeah, send me, if you're on Twitter, send me a DM or something. And
wait, who was that to? Was that to Whiskey and Beers, or was that to Hal?
That was to Hal. But Whiskey knows how to get in touch.
Well, wait a minute. Hal earlier said, that's why I didn't think you read all the chat. He said earlier that he does not do social media. So for you to, he said, get his phone number from 2 people have his phone number. He said it earlier. So.
Oh. Maybe great modding the chat, Wendy.
Doing good.
Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna go back through and find your chats.
Oh, I'm dying.
Poor Valhalla.
Okay,
it's not that serious.
What are you dying from? Do you have the vid?
No,
I'm
I don't
a baby,
think so.
but I'm sick. I don't handle it well.
Me neither. I'm.
I broke down today. I got cold and cough Alka-Seltzer. I couldn't take it no more. So much pressure.
They say that it's not effective. It's just it's
I've heard that too, but I love that Alka-Seltzer.
There was just a news article that came out about it yesterday.
Actually, a lot of articles have been coming about those.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah. Elite. Thank you, Christine. Hold on. Let me see. There we go.
Tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern. So cool. All right. I will be there, assholes. I like that little dog.
His name is, what did we name him again? Sir Lancelot.
Sir Lancelot. Perfect.
Because he's a gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
Is Lefty streaming? Lefty needs to start streaming again.
Yeah, Lefty.
You glad who's back?
I think
Whiskey?
he means you. Oh,
no, he doesn't mean me. No, he's not glad I'm back. So
he's talking about Sir Lancelot.
Yeah, definitely.
Talking about Sir Lancelot. Yeah.
Yes.
Or Trump. I don't know.
So how many of those dogs? How many of those dogs are made now? Was this the only one? Is there like 3 dogs, right?
There, 3 or 4, right? That come in the kit.
So you can make all different kinds. There's a poodle. There's like 6 options here, but you can't make all 6 at the same time. So you can only do like 3 at a time. Then you have to use the other parts. But there's like this little wiener dog that I want to do next because he's adorable too.
I want to,
but I don't want.
You could have built all 3 before Valhalla built his one set.
That's possible. That's possible.
I wouldn't want to take apart Sir Lancelot though.
Yeah, no, you don't want to do that.
I have to get another.
Is that
one.
your doorbell, Wendy? I'm gonna mute you. Okay, I'm gonna mute her just in case it's like this stripper is showing up dressed as the pizza guy or something. You never know with Wendy.
Oh, I terribly want to take a bio break, but I'm the only one building, so I feel like that's a bad idea. Faux pas, if you will.
All
right, I am muted you now, Wendy. Was it the pizza guy?
No, it's my best friend. She came over she's going to house sit and watch the cat for us.
Oh, nice.
And my kid wants to, this is how cute my kid's like, I need to tell her in person how to take care of the cat.
How
do you?
Nice.
That's cute.
Right?
With the
I was
wiener
like,
archer.
how
I forgot about Lincoln
responsible.
Kane. Is he still
So
streaming?
sweet.
Yeah,
I'll be right
hopped
back,
in
you
his
guys.
chat last night for a minute.
When my channel went down, I lost like all the channels that I subscribed to. So I had to go like out and find everybody again. And
man, that sucks.
yeah, it was a pain in the ass. Pain in the ass. I gotta go more like Lincoln Project. I'm gonna find him right now. And what's the name of his channel anymore? Does anyone know? He always changes it.
I could send you the link here in a minute.
Yeah, send me a link when you're done. Yeah, we'll go from there. So why my antivirus is going crazy with this website up that Radix told me to go to. So that's fun.
Resolve?
Wait, which DaVinci Resolve?
No way.
Yeah.
There's
I don't
no
know.
way.
No, all of a sudden
No
my antivirus is popping up like constantly now. Something happened.
Yeah, don't you
Valhalla
try to
sent me
blame
a
that
link.
on her.
Yeah,
Back,
what
Radix.
tabs did you have up, buddy?
All I have is
What
Grifty's
websites are you
tweet.
going on?
Grifty's tweet tagging me and Rakeda. That's all that's up.
Oh, well,
Apparently
that's
he
probably
clipped
it
my
right
That's
there.
why
Yeah.
the antivirus.
Exactly.
Alert, alert, alert.
Oh, thank you, Lefty. I guess he's streaming right now. All right.
Oh, he is?
Yeah. I'm gonna
Nice.
sub to him.
You have never subbed to him before?
Lincoln.
Did
No,
you
I
already?
have.
Oh,
No,
okay.
when my channel went down, I lost a lot of.
Everyone
accounts
go
I was
watch
associated.
Lefty. Oh, that's right.
No, not Lefty. We're talking about Lincoln Kane.
Oh, sorry.
No, we don't care about Lefty. He doesn't stream anymore.
Oh.
Ferocious.
He just hangs out in chat. So, are you? Do you have a day job, or are you a stay-at-home wife?
Yes.
Yes,
Nice.
yes to both.
I love that.
I like that. Well, at one
kind
point
of-
you mentioned
well, I mean,
your not media, journalism background. You have a journalism background?
I am a journalist.
Oh, are you? Like on YouTube or are you in print?
Excuse
are you on
you.
are you on a
This
network? Are you
guy.
mainstream
Excuse
media?
you,
That's what I want to
sir.
know. I want
We're all
to know.
mainstream
I
media
I want to know if I need to
nowadays.
start pulling my words that I say around you. Are you mainstream media?
No, never. No,
Because I have an
way.
issue with mainstream media.
No, I'm not a stenographer for the security state. Not
okay.
at all.
All right. Very good.
He's more than halfway done, Elise.
Who's that, me?
So good to see
Yeah.
you. Elise. Well, yeah.
I've got this little bit and then
Like,
2
he's
more
almost
bags. We're getting there.
That little bit and 2 more bags.
Dude, it's got 12 bags or 11 bags in this thing.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's ridiculous.
Review. Hi, Pam. I know I said hi to you earlier, but I don't know if you heard me.
All
Okay,
right. So
We're not
Radix,
talking
if you
about
could
the
name
show The
I'll
View.
be back.
Radix, if you could name one thing that others could possibly envy about you, what would it be?
I'm a mom.
Yeah. All right.
That's a
I'll
good
take that.
answer. I like that.
Yeah. Who wouldn't envy being a parent? Right?
I love being a parent. I love the age when between like 4 and 12. Those are my favorite ages. My kids are teenagers now. And that's fun in a different way, but between 4 and 12 is when they're just old enough to really like do things, but not old enough to be tired of
Hate
doing
you
it with
yet.
their parents.
Yeah. Never started to hate you yet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not going to ask you this one. Let's see. Have you ever lied about your job to make it seem more interesting?
I don't think so. No. If anything, I've shit talked my jobs. You know, I certainly didn't enjoy being a paralegal. That's for sure.
That would be
You're a
horrible.
paralegal?
Yeah.
You didn't like
Yeah.
it?
So my backstory is that I grew up in South Florida. My mother is a narcissistic alcoholic, and
those are the best mothers.
Yes, she threw me out when I was 17, so I had to drop out of high school and sleep on couches. And
Jesus.
I had to get my GED, and then I started working. Well, I was waiting tables at that time. I was actually working as a hostess, and then I asked them if I could wait tables and started working doubles because I had to pay rent to sleep on couches. And then from there, I got a job at a real estate office, and then I got a job as a receptionist at a law firm, and then worked my way up to being a paralegal.
Okay.
And I didn't particularly enjoy working at law firms.
Yeah, law firms are horrible.
I hate them. I hate office politics. I hate all the BS. And I also don't like the attitude of some of these people. You know, I remembered like when I was in high school, I was in the criminal justice program, and I had this idea of what I thought it meant to be in the legal system. I thought it was about justice.
No, it's not.
This is true. My mom hated being a mother. She made sure that we knew that she hated being a mother, and she would tell us that we were ungrateful and all this unpleasant stuff. So that's one person who wouldn't envy being a mom.
You're right.
Most lawyers don't like law firms. I could imagine that as well. But at a certain point, like I was working at a big firm that was on the top 3 floors of this big office building in West Palm Beach. And then the 2008 financial crisis occurred.
Oh, yeah.
Which lasted for a few years. And they decided to fire all of the secretaries and make the paralegals start having to take on that work as well. And I thought that was really kind of a unacceptable thing to do, to fire people who'd been there for some of those people 20 years for a firm that I know probably could have afforded to keep them on, or at least some of them on. And then it was rude to the paralegals who had to start doing more extra work, you know, but not getting paid anymore. It's like, oh no, this is just what's happening now. And there were a lot of other things that I saw too. I noticed how small the South Florida legal community was, and you learned that a lot of these people who are supposed to be adversarial to each other, they all know each other. They all go to the same country clubs. So some law firms, some lawyers donate to certain judges' re-election campaigns, so they get special treatment. And there, you just realize that it's not what you thought it was going to be. And then I, unfortunately worked in family law for a little bit, and I was incredibly disturbed by that. And so
family law is well, it used to be about the majority. It used to be the majority of my practice, not so much anymore. But it would be a great field to work in, but for the clients.
Really?
That's like a doctor saying, I'd love being a doctor if it weren't for the patients.
Yeah, I mean, but the clients are all insane, and you don't see them at their best. You never see them at their best. And so if you didn't have to, like, I just did an family law appellate case. And all I did was take the transcripts and the court's orders, and I handled the whole thing without needing to interact with the client, because the client doesn't matter what his thoughts and feelings are, what this other information is. None of that matters. What matters is what was said in the testimony, what evidence was admitted, and what the order is. And did the judge follow the law? And it's the best area when you don't necessarily have to deal with the clients every day. But when you have to deal with the clients, it can be a headache, and it's extremely frustrating. And you see horrible things being perpetrated in the family law. Parental alienation, and all kinds of stuff. But if you don't have to deal with the clients, it's not so bad.
I'm not going to say like who, I'm not going to dox any names, but I worked for a lawyer who was horrible. He would advise people to lie about being abused to position themselves better for a divorce. He would advise women to like, oh yeah, do this or that. And like, it was just like very disgusting. And then he would he would encourage them to call and talk because he could bill them for all of this nonsense. And he was charging quite a lot. And I just thought, wow, this is what the legal system really is. This is the truth of it. This is what it is. It's like taking advantage of people, encouraging people to, lie about abuse to their husbands so they can get custody of the children and like take his house and, take everything from him. And I just thought that was not nice.
Yeah, I don't
and
like...
I never saw him like trying to give people real advice or real counsel that would be beneficial to their children. He liked it when things were contentious because it was more money for him.
Yeah, I mean, that's not my practice, but there are plenty of attorneys out there. I just went up against one. And then when everything sort of fell apart, he just sort of disappeared and withdrew on the case, leaving his client kind of stranded. But I think he sold his client a bill of goods, just like you said. And then when it sort of failed and didn't really get the results that he promised, he was just like, all right, I can't work with you anymore and I'm out. And those are, but he took his money and he's got his lien on the case,
Right,
so
right.
It's horrible. Yeah, the legal profession is not the best at most times. But it's unfortunately, it's like insurance and doctors.
But there are some good ones out there. I will say that. That guy, the family law guy, he used to throw folders at me. He used to throw staplers. He was like a real piece of work. But then I worked for a guy here in Virginia who was super cool. He was like a young guy in his 30s, kind of like right out of law school, had his own practice, had a very nice wife. And he was super cool. He would give people chances, like you didn't have to have credentials necessarily to work for him. And he treated everybody with dignity, and he bought lunches for everybody every Friday. And he was just really cool. So there's some good ones out there that are like genuinely trying to help people. But my experience was definitely more negative. I think that's the only one, maybe one person that I really enjoyed working for.
Law and lumber? ? We've had law and lumber on here. We've had Rob.
He was awesome.
Yeah,
he's the one that told us, don't do the flowers. Don't do flowers.
Yeah, don't do the flowers. The flowers are tedious.
Yeah. He's not wrong. I did the flowers for Mother's Day.
I like the flowers.
Oh, well, yeah, because you love your
I've
flowers.
done a few sets of flowers. I like them.
Yeah, I've done multiple.
Do you think there'd be less conflict in the world if we all spoke the same language?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
No.
Human nature is human nature.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Regardless.
No matter what.
And everybody's a sinner, we
Everyone
all
is.
fall short of the glory of God. And that, I think that humans have a tendency towards sin if they're not actively trying to struggle against it.
How would you summarize yourself on a dating app in just 3 words?
F the
Run,
FBI.
Ooh, I like that. That's good.
Wait, what did you say?
F the FBI. 3 words.
That's funny.
Like that.
I'm listening,
Well-
but I'll be right back. I gotta go check in on something.
Do you have any major scars? And if so, how did you get them?
Yes. I have a scar from a splenectomy. I had my spleen out when I was 12. I have a hereditary blood disorder called spherocytosis. And the story allegedly is that my mother had me tested when I was a baby, and they said I didn't have it, although it is a 50-50 hereditary pass on. So my sister doesn't have it. She should have suspect. But anyways, I got very sick when I was a kid, and my mother didn't recognize it as me being ill. I would come home from school and I would like fall asleep on the couch. I was so fatigued and so tired, and she'd come out and like dump a glass of water on me and call me fat and lazy and tell me nobody was ever going to love me. And then
sounds like a wonderful mother.
Yes, real nice person. And so I was at basketball practice one day. This was at the Catholic school. And my coach noticed that the whites of my eyes were yellow. And she's like, she needs to go to like an emergency room now. So they took me into the emergency room and they said that my spleen was enlarged and that if we didn't remove it, it could rupture and I could die. And so my mother, she came in and was like traumatizing and taunting me while I was being prepared for surgery. And they did an ultrasound and they thought they could do it laparoscopically, but they didn't realize half of it was under my ribs. So it was like the size of a football. They had to split me open to get it all the way out.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sucks.
So I still have the scar on my belly button. They thought they would be able to go through the belly button laparoscopically to get it. And then I have a couple other scars around there from that. And then I have the big slice. And it didn't heal properly either because after the surgery, my mother thought it would be great to bring a bunch of comedy movies for me. And she put them on and then would leave. And I'd sit there, and every time I would laugh, my stitches would rip. It was a very traumatizing experience.
That's
Sounds
horrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm sharing a link to assholes on the stream here in a second.
Okay,
good. As soon as all right, let me put
and
it
are you
here.
going to be streaming tomorrow night with them, David? Sounds like.
I just got a link to watch it.
No, but I thought they invited you to come on their stream or something.
No, they don't want me to be on it. Okay, I got to do this on the computer. Hang on. I gotta open up. Well, that sounds like a horrible story. Thank you for sharing all of your horrible stories with us.
You're
Let me ask
asking
you this.
horrible questions.
Listen, if you're asking about anything from my childhood, that's probably the answer you're going to
Hence
get.
her narcissistic abuse videos she has to do to.
So, all right, let me ask you a fun one.
The right to
maybe.
Yes, you did.
All right, everyone go. I'm putting a link in the chat now. This is Assholes React. This is their channel. So guys, check it out. They got a first ever stream on YouTube tomorrow night.
There you go.
What is your favorite way to waste time?
If I'm being honest.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you gotta be
Scrolling on my phone. I'm on my phone.
Oh, the
way
brain
too
rot.
much. Yeah.
brain rot.
Well, I work a lot from my phone, to be fair. But I do get kind of stuck, scrolling sometimes. The reading, I think reading also.
Did you let me share this. This I put up this short. Let's see, it should work. So this woman is on her phone and she's rocking the baby. Now the man who comes up is her brother, like trying to teach her a lesson.
Oh,
but he just comes up.
Oh my God.
She has no clue. She's just scrolling on her phone.
She's just sitting there on the phone. Lord have mercy.
Huh?
Did you post this on your channel? Because why have I seen this?
Yeah, this is a short.
Look at this. This is crazy.
I know.
Oh yeah, she has no clue.
She's still going.
Where's the situational awareness?
She didn't even notice that it's not heavy anymore. Like
she looks at one point. She looks under the stroller after she's pushed it around a bit. It's like, why do you think it'd be under the stroller?
What is she doing? No, he didn't go under there.
Yeah.
Crawled
girl,
up
I would have been on 911 so fast.
Yeah. So scrolling on your phone might not necessarily be the best thing. I guess depending on your situation. Yeah, I can't believe that woman. It was She's just sitting there, and she continues to rock it. Has no clue that her brother come up and took the child.
No, I'm not that bad on the phone. Thank goodness. I still have the ability to have situational awareness if I'm outside with a child.
Right.
But yeah, I just don't like being on the phone that much. And yet I have to be.
Wait, I'm invited onto the stream. Oh, because I'm the favorite horse milker. All right, hey, send me a link. You've never sent me a link.
Horse milker. I don't even want to know.
David's a horse.
No,
Dave's a horse milker. Dave's a horse milker.
If
He's only
you've
got
never
stallions.
had horse cheese, you're missing.
What?
I went to Sweden last year and I made a whole video about it. And I rode horses, and then the next part of the video I went to a dairy and we were milking cows. And I said on live that I was next I'm going to go milk horses. And so now apparently I milk horses. And since I have a horse, every time I'm with the horse, I'm milking it.
Tipsy.
May have been.
There may have been some alcohol involved on that one. For sure.
We like David getting white girl wasted. He's pretty funny.
It happens from time. I'm a lightweight, so like I've been nursing this one beer the whole stream, and it's almost gone. Yeah. But if I have more than one in like under an hour, things get interesting
quickly.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
And I never even drank alcohol until I started doing these streams, and so then I turned into a little bit of an alcoholic. So I had to.
Oh my gosh! I don't drink at all.
I never did before the
we're all
streams.
lightweights.
I've never been drunk before, not once. Probably because of my mother's alcoholism. I just alcohol never appealed to me, and it kind of like there's like a disgust thing, so I just can't even try to drink it. I've tried when I was like a teenager, as teenagers do, but I was just like, nah.
So I like a sweeter white wine, and if I drink, if I start like a bottle of wine, I will tend to finish it. I finished a bottle of Prosecco on stream once and then called the court accidentally. That the court that we were streaming. I did call accidentally, and then they called back because I hung up real quick, and so that was fun.
I was like,
that
how
was
do you
all live on
talk
stream
to someone
once.
accidentally?
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, we need to trade the tolerance.
Radix, did you see this question? You don't have to answer it if you don't want to.
No, I don't really have a relationship with my mother. She's never going to apologize. She never has. If anything, she still believes that I'm in the wrong for cutting her out of my life and not putting up with her narcissism and her behavior. But she's only met my daughter one time when she was 9 months old. One time. And she just she at her age, I try to be fair to her that she's been through a lot, and like there's a reason she is the way that she is, but having something traumatic happen to you is not an excuse to be a monster the rest of your life.
It's not.
Because
it's not. At some point, you need to own up to your responsibilities.
Got to grow up.
Speaking of,
my mother is emotionally stunted as a child, so she's literally like a grown child.
Thanks, Amica fan. Appreciate you. I am on my last bag, y'all.
Take responsibility for your own actions, Valhalla.
I just did. I said this is the last bag.
Your last bag. Oh my goodness. He went through the other ones very quickly. I didn't see him open any bags. I just you've been sneaky over there.
He used to not mute and open them on stream.
Name a time. Name a time when you felt the most proud about yourself.
When I became a mom.
Yeah.
Aww, yeah. That's sweet.
Yeah. I was pretty proud of that. I think that's the best thing I've ever done so far.
You know what? You've convinced me. I'm going to be a mom. I'm going to
I think there you
go. You should.
Valhalla, you could be my mom. I would love that.
You'd be a great mom.
Yeah, maybe you surrogate it a little bit before you like dive in. What job?
Vitro's free now, right?
Yeah. Well, men can have
will
babies
be.
these days, right, Valhalla?
No, no.
That's what I hear.
They're
there
going to be
used to be
growing them in vats.
Oh.
There was
They're
a
making, like,
satirical movie
artificial
with Arnold
wombs.
Schwarzenegger once, and apparently it's coming true. You know what? Monty Python too had this whole bit about this guy. He was like, "I want to be a woman. Call me Lucy from now on." And they were. Now it's all reality. It's all coming around.
I feel like Val will be a bottle feeder. I don't think he's going to be a breastfeeder.
Val has sensitive nipples, from what I hear.
It really does hurt. It's not like in the movies. I mean, it eventually you get used to it, but the first 3 weeks,
Yeah,
you're just
that's
like,
true.
my toes would curl like on the. I'd be like, oh, the pain.
Oh no.
Val is the mom to his goats. That's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh no.
What happened?
Did he just like dropped it and broke it off?
He broke it.
No, I'm missing a piece.
Not the Death Star.
Who's the most like-minded person you know, Radix?
Like-minded?
Yeah. Who's the most like-minded person you know?
I don't know.
Her kid.
Maybe actually, she is sort of like my mini me.
That happened.
Yeah, actually, maybe she gets as distracted as I
Especially
do. It's
her
so
age,
funny. It is super funny because I still remember my mother telling me when I was 12, "Oh, wait till you're a mother and you have to deal with a 12-year-old disrespecting you."
I thought I lost a piece.
Although my daughter doesn't disrespect her, she's a really good kid. But
Oh my! Look
Holy
at that.
crap!
what is
How
that?
do you get that out?
He thought he lost a piece, but
How
it
do
was
you get
inside.
it in there? Oh wow,
That's
No
just
idea.
that's a tiny piece.
that's sorcery.
Got it.
Yeah, you did.
All right. So if you could take a vacation anywhere in the world by yourself, where would you go?
Anywhere in the world by myself?
Mm-hmm.
Why would you want to go by yourself?
No, I'm not gonna say.
Oh, it's the best.
I'll give my
Oh.
the second place I would go. Well, it's hard to say. I want to go to Italy because I'm half Italian, but I'm also half German. So I'd like to go to Germany as well. Although I'm terrified of like the current regime there. Japan. But also like maybe, I don't know. I kind of like maybe Iceland or Greenland.
Oh, I'm definitely.
I want to go where there's like the nice like hot springs, but like out in the snow. You know what I mean? That would be nice.
We're planning a trip to Iceland, and we want to hit like the Blue
There you
Lagoon
go.
and stuff like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
See,
I have a
that's
sister that goes
one of the
every
places
year.
I'd love to
Like
go.
her and her husband
Really?
and her kid, they
Oh,
love
wow.
Iceland.
Why
Every-
haven't you been, Wendy?
You know, I don't know. I will go.
Because
I'm definitely
I
gonna
go to France when I leave the country. The only place I go to is France because France is the greatest.
No,
That's
not at all.
museums and France,
No,
France, France.
Okay, so
France.
I might be one of those people who will try traveling wise, not like jumping out of an airplane, but like who'll try anything once, like as far as traveling. Like I'm pretty sure, like I would even go to like a super scary country, like that was war torn, or you know.
Would you go to Haiti though?
Yes.
Don't
Not
bring your new
now.
cat.
Not today.
Don't bring your
no.
new cat.
I would go
Don't
to
bring
any
your-
country in the world right now today except Russia. Because I don't want to
Why
be a
not
political
Russia?
pawn. I don't want to be, oh, American, grab him. He's a political pawn now. That's what I don't want to do.
True, but Russia is so beautiful. It's got
But that's
such
the only reason why I
beautiful,
wouldn't go right now.
Elise,
rich
Ireland.
Orthodox history.
Ireland was stunning. I loved Ireland. And I've traveled all over the world. So far, Irish people have been my favorite people.
Really?
Oh,
Ah.
not only that, safest country I've ever been to.
Really?
I was out all night I was by myself. I got separated from my girlfriends. I was alone in an alley. And this is like 10 years. I'm like a lot younger, still like, whatever. Anyway, I'm not. I was in an alley all by myself, like lost. And it was like between 3 or 4 in the morning. And I'm like, crap. And I could either walk way far back where I came from, but not in the alley, or I could stay in the alley and I could see the main street from where I was. So I'm like, well, I'm going through the alley because it's too late to be out, you know. I turn around the bend and there's like thug looking guys like standing there, like in a huge group, like 20 of them. I'm by myself in an alley. And I'm like, I didn't know what to
Show
do.
them a boob. They'll leave you alone.
Well, they had already seen me too. So I'm like, and if I run back, if I knew if I ran away, that if they caught up with, I mean, they would have caught up with me. I would have been dead or whatever they're going to do to me. But if I ran towards the street, they'd have at least have witnesses. I didn't know it was freaky. So I tried to play it cool and I just stayed cool. And I walked and I got closer. And as I got closer, the dudes like spread out like this. They all spread out and they let me walk through them. And I was like, wait, don't you want to do something bad to me? Wait a minute. I was like freaking out. Like,
Wendy was very sad that she didn't get molested in Ireland.
Get molested. I'm like,
what's wrong with me? Why aren't you grabbing my ass?
Right? But they were so respectful and cool, and they were thugs. They were being naughty. They were like doing bad things in there. It wasn't like they were like nice guys. They were just nice to me. I'm like, all right, cool. So
Is it true that they let you in Ireland pump your gas first and then pay?
Yes.
I don't know.
It used
We
to
do
be
that
like
in
that
the
in the United
US.
States.
Did it?
It used to be like that. Oh, when I was growing up, it was like that.
It ain't now.
It was always like that when I was. I guess I pay at the pump now, so I don't think about it. But it was always that way here.
When I go to the gas station here,
I've never been semi-hot, Zach. I've always been.
I'll just give them a little wave when they look out the window. Give them a little wave. They know me. They let me pump first, and I go in and pay.
Yeah.
There's a place up north in the UP not even in the UP, outside of Mackinac City, where they still pump for you, and then afterwards, then you pay them and everything.
Yeah, we'll go.
But interesting. You know what I want to do? I'm going to Italy in June, and part of the reason I'm taking my son there for his graduation thing, but I want to go get the paperwork where my grandparents got married, because once I get that, I can submit an application to become an Italian citizen. And then once I get the European passport, then I'm going to go to Russia. But I'm going to wait.
Ooh,
I wonder if Steph, the alternator, got her. Remember, she was applying to do that.
Yeah. She was doing that too. So I'm going to do that. I've got to go there and get the paperwork from the church. So I'm going to Genoa. Yeah. And going to go to the church and grab the paperwork, because I have her death certificate, my grandmother's death certificate. She was born in Italy, and that's how I get the connection. And so I can get my Italian citizenship that way.
I can do it too then. My grandfather was born in Italy.
You can at least apply. All they can say is no.
Well, if it's on your father's, is it on your mother's side or your father's side?
My father's side.
So you have to go through a few more hoops, and you can't go back.
Disrespectful.
Like, when it's on the mother's side, you can go back further and get it administratively. When it's on your father's side, you can only go back one generation, like your father would have to have been born there. You could still get it, but you have to go through the court system instead of having it done just administratively.
Oh,
rude.
So, yeah.
Rude.
Well, I think it's because you kind of, it's like the Jewish religion. Oh,
beautiful, babe.
Oh, that's so cool.
Valhalla, he's beautiful. I love him.
Yay, we're all done.
Yay.
Gorgeous. Poor Valhalla.
Take me down. Take me down. Excuse me. I need a bio break. I will be back.
Yeah,
also, assholes react. Wrong chat. Sir, Nick's not here. Nick's on a different channel. He's streaming something else. But still.
Oh, I thought he was telling us about Nick.
He retracted it, but that's okay.
Magoo.
Thank you.
That is funny.
That's awesome. Running too many devices. I get that. Like I said, I have my private channel, and that I watch, whatever on, and sometimes
if I'm not careful, occasionally you'll catch me responding to Valkyrie's texts in chat. I'd be like, "Can you grab some pizza on the way home?" or whatever the case is.
Yeah. Well, sometimes I'll jump on and I'll say something that's I think is clearly from me on an account that I kind of keep private. And they're like, oh shoot, retract that real quick. It happens. It happens. But check it out anyways. Radix, you might be able to. I don't remember exactly what the rules are. It was if I was gonna pay this Italian lawyer to do it, it'd be about $5,000 and he can run all the paperwork for me. But I thought, you know what, I'll go get the paperwork myself and I'll try it. Save myself maybe a few grand to try to do it. There's no cost to it. There's a few minor fees to file the paperwork. The most of the cost was for the attorney to pull up all the old paperwork, run around, because it's kept in churches in their vaults and stuff, and you got to send someone out to go track down the documents, make copies of it. Yeah. And so I have a cousin that he renounced his Italian citizenship, but he's been there a number of times. And I was telling him that I wanted to go get it. Well, he renounced it because of his age at the time. If he didn't renounce it, he would have been conscripted into the military, and he didn't want to do that. He didn't want to join the Italian army, and so he's like, yeah, no, I renounce my Italian citizenship. So, but it was funny because he played it both ways. When he was being potentially conscripted for the Vietnam War, he was like, no, I'm Italian, you can't conscript. And then when the Italians wanted him, he was like, no. Yeah. So, but he was telling me, when you go to these churches, you need to bring cash because they're going to want tips, to everything moves very slowly in Italy. And so if you want things to move a little faster, you want to get the documents while you're still in town, you got to have some cash. So, giving me some tips on that. So hopefully I get all the documents and get it together and get my application, and then I can go to Russia with my little pink European passport. So that's my plan. But you should try it. If your dad, was it your grandfather on your dad's side?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think you might have to actually apply through the court system, but it could still be worth it. And then you get your EU passport, and then you don't have to wait in the long lines. Once you're in Europe, you can go anywhere you want. There's no concerns. It's so much easier to travel.
So Elise, I actually know a little bit about this. It's not the US that doesn't allow dual citizenship. It's other countries.
Yeah.
So so the US doesn't care.
My wife is dual with Sweden, and all of her kids are and stuff.
Japan is one of those countries that doesn't allow it. Because I have a grandson that was born there. And I was like, why don't you just get him dual citizenship? And my daughter had to explain to me that they don't. I think Japan's one of those countries that doesn't allow it.
Yeah, tip to a church is called tithing. Yeah, I got to give some tithing. Exactly. But no, I'm looking forward to that and gathering the paperwork and doing all that.
Yeah.
Military doesn't like dual citizenship. Yeah.
Oh.
So that's why I think he got out of it at the time, and then when the Italian army came a calling, he was like, no, renounce. It was a great way to play the system.
Definitely.
Do you have a favorite side of the bed that you always sleep on?
Yes. My side.
Even if you're traveling, I get the right side of the bed no matter what.
I don't like to be in corners. I like to be close to the door. If that makes sense.
When you go to a restaurant, do you sit facing the door?
I do.
Sometimes. It depends.
I read Ted Nugent's book back in the 90s, and one of the first things he talked about, he was describing this restaurant he was sitting down to and meeting with somebody, and he said that he always sits with his back to the wall and facing the door at a restaurant. And I just I feel like that's kind of paranoid. And now I'm like, no, I do that. That's how I want to sit. I always want to sit facing the door. I want to see who's coming in and who's coming towards me. My back is to the wall.
It doesn't necessarily have to be facing the door, but I have to be in the back of the room. I have 100%. To have something behind me, like a wall behind me.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. A wall behind you, and where you can see everyone else and everything that's going on.
And the only time I will not The only time I don't insist on sitting that way is if I'm with my dad, who insists on being the one to face the door, which right? And, or another person I know that could have my back if something goes down. Yeah. And it can't just be like, oh, because you're cool. It has to be someone I know that's like a combat veteran. Needs to be sitting on the other side of me. If I don't have my face to the front of the place, then the other person has to be very qualified to sit in my spot.
On that, when you're walking down the street with your husband, which side of the street do you walk on? Like which side of the?
Oh, there's a racist joke in there, but I'm not going to make it.
The woman has to go on the inside. The man has to walk on the outside.
Oh,
right?
That's terrible.
The man has to be on the street.
Yeah, it's supposed to be that way. The woman's supposed to be on the inside.
That's how my dad raised us.
Yeah.
I like walking in the street.
I don't think a lot of young people follow that rule, though. I don't think they care.
No, I don't think so.
They do their group hangs, and everyone does everything.
Also, we tend not to throw feces out the windows anymore, so it doesn't really matter.
Anymore?
Well, I don't know if it's for that.
Well, that's why that rule started, because in the olden days when they used to throw the toilet stuff out the windows.
Oh, gross.
Yeah.
Oh.
They never did that. That was always frowned upon. They never did that.
No.
Old wives' tale.
I'm pretty sure certain neighborhoods in New York City still do it.
Well, okay. Depending on, yeah.
Have you seen Paris?
Yep.
Yeah, if you go to South Brooklyn or something.
How about London? Oh, it's so dirty there. Ugh.
Yeah, but I hear Paris smells like piss.
No, London was worse. Paris was a lot cleaner than London.
Yeah, well, maybe that's not saying much, right?
That was my experience. I mean, they both were. I had a great time for both of them. Oh, thank you.
Well, we're going to check out Rome in June. I'll let you know how that is.
There you go.
Yeah. So, well, Radix, thank you very much for joining us.
It was so nice to meet you, Radix.
Yes.
I like you.
I've got Sir Lancelot now.
Sir Lancelot.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Redirect.
Cute.
In chat, thanks for hanging out with us. December 7th is our next stream. You're going to see a little promo again at the end of the stream for our season finale of Lego Law Life and Libations. And don't forget to check out Radix channel. It is pinned, not pinned at the top of the chat. It is in the description. It's in the description. Check it out. She's got a lot of awesome, good videos and a documentary I hear that's coming out soon.
Oh, we can't wait to see that.
Yeah, that's gonna be good.
And
what we'll do, if I got the link again, I will put in the description the link to your fundraiser as well, so that people can help support that.
Thank you.
Yeah, and then you've got also on that website, you said you got a like a trailer for it.
Mm-hmm. Yep, our trailer is right on the front of the website. If you go to knkfilm.com, that's the first thing you're gonna see is our trailer for the film, and I'm very proud of it. So I hope everybody goes and watches it.
We will.
I think
I'm gonna go watch it.
I'm
gonna go watch it and then completely redo my documentary.
Every
time I watch something, I'm like, you know what? No, I want to do it this way, and I like change the whole thing. I got to stop watching other people's
I'm
work.
lucky that I've got a good editor, because I could not do. It took us weeks to make that trailer of like 12-hour days, just all day working on it because it's hard. But I'm very lucky to have him. That's for sure.
Aww.
Well, take care, everybody, and we'll see you on December 7th. It's
Night,
not a
chat.
month away. It's only 2 weeks.
See you guys on the 7th.
Bye. Where Dave's going down.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see.
Fight! Fatality. Finish him. Scorpion.